Months have passed since the last endeavor. You are summoned to Blackstaff Tower immediately at the behest of the Blackstaff herself.
I'm Dylan. I play Tyrell Tall Guy.
Hi, I'm Joe Manganiello, and I play Archon.
I am Jamila, and I am human, and I was traveling with my parents in the trackless sea, and we had a shipwreck just off the shores of Chult.
Hi, guys. I'm Utkarsh. I play Hitch.
I'm Brian Posehn. I'm playing Calliope.
Time is of the essence, and your skills are in dire need. I task you, Force Grey, to travel to the far south, to the land of Chult. Brave the dangers of this unbridled wild land. Find the lost city and the location of this soulmonger. Lando! Chult ahead! Light is dangerous at night here because it tends to draw the wandering dead. Dozens of skeletal, half-armored creatures now tearing their way. Kind of stares out and looks over at you.
So what, you control the zombie now?
Kneel before your master.
I guess so.
It is a clay sculpture of what looks like a frog with a painted grin and bright eyes, and it looks to be a doorway with stairs that lead towards its belly. I fear he's been taken by madness, and has for some time.
My fair king, I cannot find you. I cannot see you. Please come find me.
Massive set of muscular lizard-like legs. As it roars, its jaw opens up, and on the inside you see what looks to be a dozen or so writhing zombie bodies.
And I want like Carrie style, just like.
Yeah, it just sprays across you. And there below you, in this massive basin, hundreds of stone structures, buildings, homes. You've been here before, and you know what you're looking at right here is the Forbidden City of Omar.
So did we just complete the mission by finding out where it is?
There are snake-like symbols, like a giant fanged serpent head. It's shed skin.
Snake-like in nature.
Start praying to Tiamat, my friend.
If you are here for the right reasons, you would not say his name, but I know how you speak. Ashrak.
You descend, and it's a small spiral staircase. The smell of wet earth and rot begins to just strengthen the further down you go, until the stairs abruptly come to a halt and open, and there appears to be a chest that is closed and resting at the base of the hull in the opposite end, and you see a door on each side. Kind
Your
of
half-baked plan worked.
Good job, Force Grey.
Yeah.
Aye, what fortune falls upon my way, that more fools come to learn my secrets.
Reach up in your hand. At the height peak, you grab the ring, and it is indeed a metal key. The pace in which the pendulums are swinging is in time with your breath.
You stumble further down the wrong tunnel. Pets, to cheat only invites the same in return. This structure was not meant for your footprints, but I shall let it slay you all the same. Welcome to my tomb of annihilation.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to our finale of Force Grey Season 2 in the Tomb of Annihilation. I will be the Dungeon Master for this game, Matthew Mercer, and I'd like to take a moment to bring up the rest of our fantastic cast tonight. First and foremost, let's bring up Dylan Sprouse playing Tyrell Tall Guy. Following Dylan, we have Deborah Ann Wall playing Jamila. Next up, we have Joe Manganiello playing Archon the Cruel. Next, real life Goliath.
Dylan.
Next up, we have Utkarsh Ambudkar as Hitch. You went the wrong way. He's so stealthy. You didn't even see him get up here. Next up, the fabulous Brian Posehn as Calliope. And joining us tonight for the first time with Force Grey, introducing Marisha Ray as Claripin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want a do-over. I didn't get to come up the middle. I tripped over that
I know she's
guy.
around here somewhere. I'm sure she is. Alrighty. So, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming and joining us. Those of you here in the audience, those of you there in the internet.
The internet's here?
The internet is here.
Wow. I didn't know they were invited.
This is going to be real interesting. Oh boy.
I don't like it when you talk like that, man.
What do you mean? It's gonna be fine. You're great. It's gonna be good. There's that. So, you guys. Let me see if I can get some. Going here. So, last we left
I
live.
feel so far away from you. So close to all of you.
Oh God, that's me.
Force Grey, an elite group of hand-picked adventurers assembled at the behest of Vajra, the Blackstaff of Waterdeep, were sent to investigate the spreading death curse that is terrorizing the world of Torg. The souls of those who die are beyond resurrection magics, and those who were once stolen from the jaws of death by such incantations now slowly wither and crumble. Something dark and terrible lies to the south, deep in the jungles of Chult, something called the Soulmonger, constructed by the Lich of legend, known as Aslan. Siphons the souls and spirit energy of those who fall towards these forgotten lands, for some nefarious purpose. Now you, Force Grey, in braving the dangers of the dense, undead-infested jungles of Chult, bypassing the intense strangeness of a Grung tribe, wandering the ruins of the crumbled city of Omu, and delving down towards the tomb of the Nine Gods, you've stumbled into hidden chambers of the architect's design. The traps within have already claimed the hand of one traveler, temporarily. But it's only the beginning. So, as you all enter the next chamber from where we left off, you can see the walls of the 40 by 40 foot chamber intricately carved and sculpted to depict hundreds of screaming, tortured faces, reaching arms tangled and frozen in time. Glimmers of deep-set metal reflect any light within the crevices of the walls. A small circular dais marks the center of the room, raised about 2 feet off the ground, and across the chamber, a large double door of detailed stone and antique brass inlay greets you. Where the door houses a large statue of a ghastly humanoid creature of withered skin pulled tight against jagged bones. The arms are splayed out across each door, the torso embedded within these two stone slabs, the massive rib cage of the statue pulled open and empty like a grasping hand. At this point, the jaw of the skull opens on its own, it seems, and begins to speak out to you. the grin pulling across its rows and rows of teeth, more teeth than it should have.
You stumble further down the wrong tunnel, Pets. To cheat only invites the same in return. This structure was not meant for your footprints, but I shall explain all.
At which point, the mouth reverts, still motionless. And you now stand within this silent structure. What do you wish to do, Force Grey?
Yeah, that's scarier, right? If it was like Rococo paintings and stuff, you'd be like, something's going on here. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. That looks like stone. It's well carved. A bit dusty. Hasn't seen a lot of movement in recent years, but generally pretty solid. It looks more like it's more of a central presentational portion of the room structure. There's nothing really detailed about it.
Okay. I'm going to send Rob the zombie up, and I'm going to have him push the dais.
Okay. The zombie slowly muddles forward, bends down and puts the hands on the edges of it and shoves. No effect.
Okay.
Just to clear this up, dais is what exactly?
It's a small stone circular platform that's raised higher than the rest of the floor is leveled.
So is there...
It's what an altar would be on, or where a dance floor.
So it's
We're on a dais right now.
Thank you. Thank you. It's just so hard to see in here. So is there, I mean, feasibly something could be sacrificed on it, and is there blood all over it, guessing from the environment?
I like where you're going with this, though.
The dais seems clean. All you have is
The dais and the open rib cage stone structure of the wall. The rest of the room is ornate in its design of all different souls, but there's nothing else that seems to catch your eye.
Well, I have one investigation.
Oh, is your mic on?
Oh, that works. Okay, I'll do this. If there's light, like are there torches? How are we seeing everything?
It's the light that you guys have brought in.
It's our torch.
Yeah, the torchlight.
No, not the sun. Very natural.
All right, and what are you using it to do? What are you trying to attack?
Well, I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. Go make an investigation check. While your eyes are good at seeing things minute, nothing at the moment seems to catch your attention beyond just the simple structure of the dais. You get the sense that it's more ornamental than ceremonial because of its simplistic design.
So this skeletal-looking creature in the wall, are there any markings like a door, something that looks like it would open somehow, some sort of?
You don't see hinges, but you do see in the center of it, as you get closer and look, there is a line that bisects it from head to toe that matches the door, the double doors behind it that it's been set. So it looks like it would open inward if it were to be open.
Push a little. I want to touch it.
Okay.
Don't, we went over this once.
smooth, the craftsmanship's really nice. And were this a living entity, it might be goosebumps. But it doesn't seem to react to you touching the exterior.
Guys, it's safe.
Who has the mage hand? Go push the door.
I spent 10 minutes back there with you saying you should take mage hand, but I don't have it. I don't think anyone has it.
Can I use, would a Zentarum ring help to see if it's magical at all or anything like that?
If you want to inspect to see if it has any magical runic inscribings, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
12 plus 1. 13.
Woo!
There seem to be some sort of faint scrawlings at certain places around the outside of this creature structure, particularly around the ribcage area, but you don't recognize any of their purpose or if they have any sort of arcane nature.
Rob, push the door.
Or pull the door.
Rob the zombie.
Zombie.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob Zombie.
Rob zombie.
For all of you who don't know, I have control of a zombie right now, and I named him Rob.
Okay.
So it's me. Yes, thank you.
So the zombie lurches forward and steps kind of right into where the open rib cage is, where the door pushes. As it goes into that area and pushes forward, you watch as the stone rib cage latches around Rob, and the zombie structure immediately begins to wither into dust as he crumbles to the ground, leaving a pile of darkened ash where it was.
Okay.
And the doors shift and begin to slowly open.
Rob Zombie.
Rob, no! Aw.
Man, I should have named them White Zombie because they're done. Rob's still going in real life. Okay, great. So now the doors are open?
The doors are open. As you look inside, as the light of your torches begin to slowly expand, you see what appears to be a 15-foot wide tunnel that just progresses into darkness ahead, and it comes to an abrupt end on the opposite side.
Yay.
Okay.
Get in there,
You
champ.
have any fun little animals we can send down the hallway?
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to use conjure animal, and I'm going to summon a plump and cute guinea pig. But I really want to emphasize cute. Like, this thing is adorable.
Okay.
So.
But that's kind of what guinea pigs...
See? What else is he good for? So, summon him. I'm going to name him Squeaky. And, Squeaky, come in. Get in there.
Kind of Debson begins vanishing into the shadow. You watch as the back end of this vibrant, excited for life guinea pig begins to just bounce.
Can always count.
Down the stonework of this hallway, and right as it crests the very edge of the torchlight, it turns around and looks back up at you with its nose and its eyes kind of, glistening in the torchlight. Right as the floor gives out from underneath.
No!
And
I fall to my knees.
there's a heavy sound of stone on stone behind you where you came in. As the hallway you had entered to this chamber from seems to have been sealed off by some sort of heavy stone slab, and you watch as the tiles that fell out from under the guinea pig are continuing to fall in your direction.
Oh,
Is there anything we can grab onto the walls?
There are, within the chamber you're in, there are the stone structures of the various sculptures of the spirits that are writhing and screaming.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to jump up and grapple on, hold onto the walls.
All right, I would like everyone to go ahead and make a strength check, please.
I'll do that.
Holy.
I was going to write Squeaky a song, but it looks like I don't have time.
Strength
I'm
or
gonna table
athletics?
the song for Squeaky.
Well, strength for this one. This is just
Strength saving throws or just checks?
This is just a check. Just D20, add your strength modifier.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Hello?
Woo!
I got a 4.
20.
I got a
Spider
Dirty
climb
20.
boots.
I got a 22.
Nice.
19.
I've got a 4 plus spider climbing boots.
Good call.
2.
2.
Plus what?
Okay. So, as the floor begins to collapse within, you hear the familiar voice as the magic mouth, now divided amongst the two sides of the door that open, begin to speak once more. You hear the rumbling of the stonework collapsing and falling beneath your feet as you rush off to grab on whatever's available. You amuse me. A back door found, and you find yourself within the belly of my creation, within which its own belly lies my greatest creation. Welcome to my tomb, and thank you for feeding the entropic end of your world so eagerly. Come. I would very much like to show you what I've been working on. As the entire floor falls out from underneath, each of you grasp onto the side. Your hands slip, but your feet catch the edge, and you find yourself leaning backward and dangling as your feet barely hit the edge. As you all take a minute to breathe, as you see the stonework collapse and fall, tumbling down some sort of looks like a ramp of some kind. You watch as Calliope vanishes into the darkness with it. No! Out of sight, with no light currently visible beyond the torches you're holding as you're grasping on, disappearing below into the darkness.
Oh, singing Fallen by Alicia Keys.
Do we hear an impact or any kind of...
A moment passes, and you hear not a heavy impact, but a sploosh, 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 sploosh. You hear water splashing heavily from the stones falling, and a smaller sploosh, about the size of a half-elf.
Calliope, are you okay down there?
I guess.
Calliope is squeaky down there.
Squeaky. Okay.
I'll look for him in a minute.
So as you guys are all holding up there, what are you doing? You're now in a sealed room behind you, and the floor has fallen out from underneath.
It's a ramp going down.
It's a ramp that has come down, yes. Calliope, you do suffer 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the bits of stonework that fell down with you and battered you around a bit before you hit the water.
Bludgeoning damage, that's not bad, right?
That'll clear up in the morning.
So I yell down, Calliope, what's it like down there?
I suffered some bludgeoning damage, and it's wet, I guess. Other than that, I don't know.
As you're glancing about in the vicinity, you see you're treading water in a large underground lake. The central cavern rises up about 20 feet above you, and what faint light there is seems to be from bits of luminescent fungus that has emerged from edges of the cavern roof as the curvature meets what appear to be a mess cluster of chains and gears that are latched up into the ceiling above you, where you can see very faintly figures moving amongst them at the top. Down below the water, it's very, very murky, and it's filled with like mud and almost a soot, it seems, but you can see glimmering little faint sparkles of light phosphorant purple and kind of bluish color that move and appear and disappear beneath the murky floor of this lake.
So it's gross and weird. Not going to tell him all of that.
And the skeleton door slammed shut, or
the skeleton door is still open. It's the hallway, and where you were in it, the door behind you closed.
Okay.
And now the hallway and the room you're in just have no floor.
Okay.
Plug your iPad in.
Oh,
I've been told.
It's plugged in.
Okay. It's in. Sorry. So how steep is the incline?
It's about from the fall. It hits and then comes at an angle about 45 degrees down, and then drops right into this lake.
So if I had 2 daggers, like climbing picks, could I attempt to climb down the slope?
You could certainly try.
Do you drink when Matt says that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Drink up, motherfuckers. All right. Cool. I will try that.
All right.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make an athletics check as you're bringing yourself down, dagger to dagger, trying to find some basis for it to find purchase.
15.
Okay. You begin to make your way down. The incline's not too bad, and as soon as you get to the edge and your feet dangle off the side, you can see it's about a 10-foot drop into the water.
Into the water?
Yes.
Calliope, how deep's the water?
From what you can tell, make a perception check.
It's murky, right? Yeah.
It's pretty murky.
Can you touch the bottom?
Plus 7. Not bad.
14.
14. You look down and you can see, before it gets too murky and where it seems the surface where these little glowing, moving purple lights are beneath is about 15, 20 feet below you. And as you're looking down, you see a dark figure begin to rise from under the water towards you.
No.
You guys are going to
I'm
want to
super
get
deep,
down here.
There's something coming for me. So can I scramble out of here? Can I go up the ramp at all, or can I get to
No, the ramp's 10 feet above you, and you can see
okay.
the cavern kind of curves away from that point, so you have no land near you.
I'm gonna turn into a giant bat, and I'm gonna swoop down and grab Calliope.
Okay, so.
I don't even need to roll anything.
Nope.
Fucking bat.
As you're climbing down, you get to the edge of the cliff, and you look down, and you hear Calliope shouting to you with what's happening. As the screeching comes, as a giant bat swoops overhead. Tyrell, you transform midair and swoop down just as you see this large, dark shape begin to emerge from underneath the water. As it breaks the surface right next to Calliope, you swoop down and get your claws under the edge of Calliope's armor and begin to lift her up out of the water as you see what appears to be some chomping mouth, a pointed beak-like mouth of a scaled long head and a large heavy shell attached to the back of the body. Clairpin, you've noticed this movement in the water above you, and it's been a while. It's been a while since you've seen movement in here. That wasn't any of the, not so nice people that have wandered through here. And this poor individual seems to be floundering in the water. Maybe you should help.
Oh, sorry. Looked like you needed some help. Oh, I see the falling floor got to you guys.
At which point a giant bat swoops down and grabs him and lifts him out of the water. Are you doing anything?
How the hell do you live in here?
How many of there are you?
The rest of you guys?
Okay. I mean, I get a good sense from this turtle creature.
You get a sense that it is not an immediate threat, but this also is a temple where, or a tomb where not everything is what it seems in some cases.
An immediate threat. Yes, not me.
So I've walked on the ceiling down to above her. So we're talking like this.
Okay. You make your way down, and now you're looking downward. Your hair kind of dangling.
Very Spider-Man. Very, very much so.
To this large humanoid turtle creature that's now just kind of floating above as Calliope's being held aloft, dripping wet as the bat's flapping its wings of your tall guy.
Hello, young man.
Thank you for calling me young. I appreciate that. What's your name and how long have you been down here?
Oh, I'm so rude of me.
Yeah. I'm Hitch, by the way.
I'm Claripin. Nice to meet you, Hitch. Claripin the Terrapin. I don't know how long I've been down here. Maybe several weeks, months. Hard to say, but pull out one of those glowy crabs. I've been eating these pulse fluorescent crabs. They're quite tasty. It's like eating a nice buffet in a casino.
As Claripin bites right into this living crab, and it froths as the shell bubbles forth. It's a disgusting sight, but...
Yeah.
Would you like one?
No, I've already thrown up quite a bit already this evening.
I'll take one of those.
I'll try and climb down to her level, and Claripin, you say, how did you end up here?
Yeah.
Well, you see, I was picked up by a group of harpers that wanted to come down here and raid the tomb, and I don't get out much from the pond these days. It's quite my older age, and thought it seemed like quite the adventure.
Claripin, I've got to say, we've been dodging death literally all day, and you seem rather chipper.
It's funny you say that. Yeah. All of my companions died too.
Her positive outlook on life right now is kind of terrifying. What are we doing here?
Well, that big scary skeleton guy keeps talking about how his greatest creation lives in here, and I just assumed he was talking about me.
Jamila, go and make an athletics check.
Make a what?
Athletics check as you're making your way down.
Okay. Compliments just can always keep your spirits high.
Don't I know it?
Even if they're not about you.
11. It takes you a little bit, and you almost slip at one point, but you manage to get down to where Archon is as he's finishing his half crab.
Okay. I'd also like to ask, Claripin, do you know this complex? Have you explored it all?
Well, as you mentioned, it's quite dangerous. So, not really, no.
Good. Good.
I know they keep talking about the
Monger.
Soulmonger, yes.
I'm pretty sure that is the level directly below us.
Is there anything in this room that is of danger to us right now?
Besides the giant tentacle beast inside the water?
That was her.
That's her.
That was you?
Yeah. We're good.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Are you still in bat form?
Yeah, I'm blind as a bat.
So the bat starts talking to you strangely.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Oh, hello, young fellow.
What, is there anywhere to put Calliope down? Am I just...
It's just water around you. It's all lake. There is no actual footing from what you can currently see. If you want to, guys, I'll make a perception check as you kind of take in the surroundings around you.
Oh, I think bats are good at that.
20.
There you go.
That'll do.
Hey, Archon, what do you see?
As you glance around, the water itself is weirdly viscous and thick. Like it's liquid enough to swim around in, but it has a thickness to it that is unlike a normal lake, and that already sets you off at an uncomfortable pace, but it doesn't seem to have any current negative effects on you. Glancing ahead, you can see beyond the small dots of phosphorant crab in the lake beneath you can see 3 large metallic cogs, roughly 40 feet across, each of them, that are all built in the center of this giant underground chamber that are intertwined, and on these cogs, each contains a stone chamber of some kind, a room that is bridged by some sort of a connecting point, and they go high enough to connect to the ceiling, or at least meet with it. Right in front of where you're standing, you can see what appears to be a smaller cylinder that is partially crumbled inward, and that's blocking your view. And just to give you guys some perspective, since we have a visual aid.
Stefan Pokorny!
You guys are all right about here. So you glance over and can see these cog-like structures in the far end. And just around the edge, as you begin to swim past, as you pass around the side, you can see what looks to be some sort of a dangling iron cage and a rotted wood boat that is chained to a tiny dock right off the edge.
Whoa. Archon, do you see a guinea pig down here somewhere? I'm feeling kind of bad and I don't want my alignment to drop.
Come to the dark side.
Aww.
Matt, does Archon notice a guinea pig anywhere?
I mean, they can swim, right?
Like
Not
just
very
kind of
long,
flittering
but-
around in the water, swimming around?
Did it drown?
With your perception check, you glance over and can see kind of off near where the edge of the cavern wall and the water meets, which currently is being brushed against the rock because of the motion of the water and all of you thrashing about, a tiny guinea pig that's thrashing about trying to get
So I fly over, my baby! And I scoop it up.
So the guinea pig curls up onto your large bat form and kind of clutches to your shoulder, shaking. It's all wet and soaked, so its puppy form is now very tiny and skinny.
And it just raises one paw.
So,
okay, good. I feel a lot better now.
the chamber lies before you. What do you wish to do?
Send the guinea pig.
Okay, buddy, here you go. It's so messed up. Yeah, so there's a cage, you said, and I can fly up to it.
You can, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You know, occasionally these cogs turn. I've been trying to track its pattern. It's difficult with my dementia. Yeah, sometimes they move, and sometimes this like very smelly, scary-looking man with a mask comes in, and when they move, seems to be correlated. I don't know.
Scary, smelly man with a mask.
Oh, and lots of undead dwarves. like so many undead dwarfs.
Which, as Clarapin points up, you can see at the top of the cavern, as you get a better look as well, and what you initially noticed when you came down, all these chains and pulleys and small gears that are embedded in the ceiling that seem to be related to the movement of these cogs. Some of them have dangling dwarves that are in small harnesses that are working on them, repairing them, fixing them, about 20 feet above you. They don't seem to be paying you any mind. They seem to be focused on their work, but there's probably a half dozen or so in your immediate vision.
And we think undead. Can you sense?
Sure. I will divine sense.
Okay.
That area.
Okay. As you kind of swim a little bit forward to get a little closer to try and gather under the range, they are indeed undead.
How many?
There's about a half dozen, about 6 of them right now that you can see.
6 of them, and they're chained up?
Yeah, they're dangling from chain harnesses right below the ceiling, and they're just in the process of like fixing and repairing elements. Some of them are grinding off bits of stone that have gotten minerals built up over time. Right. They seem to be a repair force.
And they have tools in their hands?
Some of them do, yeah.
Some of them do.
Some of them are just
well,
pulling.
If they could teach dwarves undead, Rob could totally have given you a healing potion.
Oh yeah, I know.
It just takes a little training.
Yeah. Backstage, I was trying to figure out how to teach the zombie how to feed me a healing potion after I was dead.
But they're totally capable.
But I was like, no. When I'm dead, get the potion.
Rob,
sorry.
Rob's dead now.
Great.
Okay.
Yes, R.I.P. Rob.
Let him rest
one of them
in peace.
that has tools.
Yeah.
I am going to attempt control undead.
Okay. What's the DC on that one?
It's not great because I'm back down to level 7. It's 13.
It's an 11. A 10 plus 1. Cool. So you watch as all of them are tinkering away, and one of them, who sees scraggly, scruffy, kind of straw-like white beard that is missing in patches. The jaw is kind of hanging open, and the broken yellowed teeth, and then goes slack-jawed slightly as it turns away from its work, turns back down and looks at you and just goes.
Adorable.
I want him to, where is he, above? Am I standing below him, or am I standing off to the side?
You're further back from him. He's closer to the edges of where these large chambers built onto the cogs meet the ceiling. So he's kind of around the border of that. So for instance, if you guys are over there, the closest wall of the first gear, he's near the top of it, above there, yeah. Oh. Right there.
Okay. That's cool.
Can he get into the...
I don't know what you guys are looking at.
Yeah, what happened? I don't even know.
Clarapin, you're a turtle.
Yeah. Yes.
You were hanging out in the lake.
Yes.
Is there anything of significance down there?
Is there anything else significant down there?
There's been one other entity that you've occasionally seen swimming through the nether regions of the liquid, and you've kept at a distance and avoided it. It doesn't seem to have noticed you, as you've been rather still in its presence and just kept away. But you're not the only ones in this lake.
Uh-oh.
There seems to be a serpent thing in the nether regions. And I try and keep it from my nether regions. That's all I've been doing. A lot of meditating. Yes.
There is your undead.
Well, I'm glad you told us that now.
So I'm on the ceiling, right?
Good. Yeah, you're on the ceiling.
Can I go to where the cage is hanging and make a perception check and see what's going on?
Sure. You go ahead and walk along the top of
and I'm good, right? The dwarves are busy doing their own thing.
Are you gonna waltz over there or do so quietly?
No, very quietly.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Make a stealth check?
Stealth check, please.
As quiet as can be. Well, 2 is a good number. Plus 10, 12. 2 plus 10.
12, okay. You make your way upside down across the somewhat cragulous ceiling of this cavern, around the edge towards where the chain is, keeping your eyes locked on to the nearby undead dwarves. As you turn around, one of them kind of slowly turns its head creaking in your direction. and just goes back to its work. You make your way to the chain, and you can see the chain itself it's rusted to a deep brown red. The moisture inherent in this chamber. And the chamber has this strange kind of acrid smell that permeates the air. It's stronger on the ceiling than it is near the water. So you initially think maybe the water's not the source of the scent. But as you get to the chain, you can see that's probably what's corroding it at this point, and it looks more corroded towards the ceiling than it does towards the base.
But these chains that they're hanging from, they're connected to the ceiling?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I would like to command my minion to use his tool on the chain to drop down.
It pulls out.
Break your chains!
As it slowly begins to ting, ting, ting away at the metallic chain, you watch as it begins to bend, and it takes a few minutes or so, but eventually the chain snaps, and you just watch it tumble, hit the edge of the cog, and into the water, floating.
Oh no.
And then back up, and then sinks below the water.
Clarapin goes over and I go under and I just kind of lift him up and give him a little ride, like Frogger, you know?
You watch as the dwarven skeleton reemerges from the liquid, its scraggly beard now a very damp and down-pointing beard. Bits of its somewhat gelatinous remaining flesh kind of just come off with the liquid as it rises up. But it stands there in all of its glory, still slack-jawed on the back of a turtle.
Thanks, Clarapin. All right, I reach up and, well, I don't even touch him. I command him to get up, stand next to me.
You're still swimming, by the way.
Who, me?
Everyone's still swimming.
We're all
Except for you,
swimming.
you're
Oh,
on the
okay,
ceiling.
Turn up.
Yeah, any ideas here? We got a hanging chain.
I'll go investigate the cage. I guess
there.
that's hanging, right? It's hanging
As a
too.
bat.
Yeah, and I'm not swimming. I'm flying.
Yeah,
Because I don't think that would have ended well.
Okay.
Sorry to all of you. So I fly over there, and I still have you in my hits. Did he drop me or?
I think it's still, unless you want him to, he's still carrying you, up to you.
Okay, sure.
All right, you're still dangling from the bat's claws.
Okay, I'm just against your will. I'm carrying you. Get in there. So go up to the cage, and
all right.
What do I see?
It's a rusted cage.
Yeah.
It's about 10 foot wide, and it looks like it's designed to be lowered into the water. It doesn't drop onto the wooden dock itself. It's something that seems to go down. It has a bottom that closes off, but can be opened from the inside.
This is a feeding cage.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those like Shark Tank
Yeah.
shark cages. Yeah.
Let's put the guinea pig in the cage.
Yes.
You have a zombie.
Zombies aren't delicious.
You're right. You're right. Take the guinea pig, put it in the cage.
All right, the guinea pig. The cage is pretty big in its cross sections, so the guinea pig almost has to hold onto a bar to stay within. It can fall through very easily.
Every little thing I feel bad about. Whatever.
You do see there is a wench. There's a wench on the dock.
There's a winch?
A wench on the dock that is attached to the chain that would, in theory, lower it into the water.
Okay, do you want to lower it in? Because then I can...
Can someone else lower it in so I don't feel like a total ass?
I crossed the good off on his neutral good.
Yeah, I'm just neutral now.
Who's closest to the...
I'm gonna send my new dude.
Okay, dude.
All right, so if whoever's moving over towards that dock, if you want to go ahead and move your characters over to it, please.
And I am going to name him White Zombie.
Wait, Archon, you're not moving. You're just sending.
I'm just sending.
Which the zombie will go ahead and use this.
Yeah.
Clarapin, can Clarapin kind of go over and sink and watch below the surface?
Sure.
Like
Easy
an
enough.
underwater GoPro.
And then Hitch is above.
Hitch is up here
watching.
like that.
Oh, yeah.
The rest of us,
Is this?
we're just hanging out.
That model
further
is
back?
so cool, Joe. Is that actually an Archon model? Is that...
Yeah, that's an Archon man.
How do I... I'll talk about this
You
with
want
you
one?
later. Yeah, I just want one.
Gale Force 9.
Looks
Or
really
you can
sick.
buy a T-shirt. 1 in every 100 gets one.
I promise this wasn't planned, by the way. That seems like an advertisement. That's me really.
Hashtag ad. Sorry.
Anyway. Okay, so...
Okay. You get down. As a bat, you're moving the way.
No, I don't want to touch it. I already feel bad enough.
All right, so
Zombie dwarf?
zombie's moving the wench. The cage begins to descend into the water, and as you see up on the dock too, there's a doorway that leads into that cylindrical structure that is partially collapsed. The door is closed.
Shit, there's a dock. Can we get up on the dock?
Yeah, guys move over to the dock. The cage enters the water and begins to sink as the guinea pig kind of.
Oh my god, that was too good. We're like a drowned guinea pig.
Yes. Oh, I can summon 10 more.
The cage descends and eventually begins to get to the point of the bottom of the lake where it meets with the rest of the slowly moving phosphorant colors. You watch as it impacts, that causes a little bit of soot to cloud up, and a lot of the phosphorant clothes kind of vanish, hide. And then it just rests there for a while before eventually your guinea pig bloop, up to the ceiling or up to the surface, and it had too much, had to get a breath.
Okay. Woo. Guys, it's still alive though.
Still alive. It's waterlogged and.
How long do we want to wait here? No.
Let's keep going.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Clarapin, have you seen this cage in action?
No, have I?
You have not actually.
I have not actually.
So this is just mean then.
So
we don't know if this is a sacrifice.
I have no idea.
This is how psychopaths are born. So.
So are we meant to get on this rickety boat?
At what exits do we see any?
You currently see across the way there is one large hallway, or the exterior of a hallway that connects to the central cog in the chamber. And then there is the doorway on the edge of the dock that leads into another stretch of interior hallway, it appears, that links up with the edge of the chamber wall.
So there is a doorway to get into the first of these
cog
chambers.
Well, at least one of the hallways that you can enter from the door of the dock curves around and seems to eventually make its way into one of these cog chambers.
The smelly, scary man always seemed to be moving to the west. If, that means anything.
Not so much.
All right. I would like to move around to where it looks like that opening is.
Okay.
I'm walking now, right? I'm no longer swimming.
Correct. You've got up onto the dock.
With White Zombie in front of me. He's walking in front of me.
Okay.
So small. He's so
And I would like. Okay, so I'm walking basically in his footsteps all the way up to where it looks like it opens.
Okay.
And
the door's there. Door's closed.
The door's closed.
Yeah.
I'd like for him to open it.
All right. As the undead skeletal dwarf lurches forward and grabs for the knob on the door and goes to pull, you watch as a monstrous mouth appears on the door and begins to loudly give in a deep drawl,
I'm so hungry I could eat you alive, but I'll settle for something else. Something living, something light.
And the mouth just stays there, partially ajar with drool dripping from the teeth.
I know something. I have a guess. And I mean, it's brutal. I'm gonna scoop up Squeaky. And I'm just gonna hold him for now, guys. You're jumping to conclusions. I'll see what everybody else suggests first.
I move White Zombie back a few paces.
And I just stare at you in bat form, waiting for you to do what you need to do.
Oof. Well, okay. Before we lose another party member in this dungeon, this cage is here for a reason, right? I mean, oftentimes there's not really just a sacrificial cage for no reason.
Ooh.
So, what do you think?
I like where you're going.
Something's got to give with this thing. And there's a boat. And, I don't know. Are we just putting the guinea pig in the mouth of this door?
No, I'm sure
about
cogs over this door. Yeah.
Clarapin, why don't you scoop up some of those crabs from the bottom?
Ooh, all right.
And let's
This is
see if
why
we
I
can
don't just do
spare
it
our
immediately.
Fellow
I
Squeaks.
go wonder. Well, while I go down, can I do a bottom scan of this boat really fast to make sure I'm not missing anything?
Make a perception check.
All right.
Yeah.
I caught it.
Good job.
Ooh, 15. Plus, what's my new character? 19.
Okay. Lancing underneath the boat seems to be solid, well made. Nothing special about its presentation other than it seems like a functional boat. It's pretty large. You can carry a number of individuals. And as you make your way down, you can see from the impact of the cage, some of the phosphorant crabs have begun to reemerge from the muck below. As you're down there, I want you to go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can
Oh no.
manage to scoop up any.
Investigation to see if I can scoop up crabs?
Yep.
Natural 20.
Now, you...
This is all I've been doing for 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're like old hat at crab hunting. And so as you begin to get close, the ripples in the water cause the colors to fade as they begin to burrow into the muck to try and avoid you. But you've been doing this for a few weeks now, and so you immediately dive in, get deep under the mud, and begin raking it up with your turtle claws and throwing a few of them up. You see them kind of spinning slowly and helplessly into the water as you snatch them, and you get, we'll say, 3 phosphorescent crabs into your arm, and then make your way back up to the surface, breaking the top.
They tried to run, but I got them.
The crabs scatter onto the dock. Their legs are kind of curling up in the air. They're trying to reach for any sort of grab, hold.
I pick up one that I threw and toss it in the mouth, see what happens.
It enters the mouth, and without a moment's hesitation, the mouth chomps down and crushes it. You see 2 legs get thrown out the side as it consumes it. The mouth slowly disappears into the door, and it creaks open.
I eat one of the scrap legs that it kind of cooked out. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Is that a euphemism for something?
All right.
It is now.
I'm just going to put you down, Calliope.
Yeah, cool.
I just thought it was like 30
Alrighty.
jokes, so I'm not going to say.
So, if you'd like to enter that hallway, please pace yourself within.
Does the door open?
Yeah,
it opens.
You look and can see what appears to be a large spiral staircase that has fallen inward and collapsed. There is a pile of rubble and rocks that blocks any passage upward higher into the tomb. However, another hallway opens immediately to the left that continues down for about 40 or so feet and then immediately turns to the left.
And there's a second entrance as well, you said, somewhere? Or is that the only way we're going?
You can get in to here somewhere, right?
Yeah, but you have to connect through the interior.
Okay, got it.
Well,
we're going that way.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alrighty.
Send in that dwarf first.
Squeaky lives another day.
Yeah, little guinea pig that could.
Keep those crabs on you, though.
Just in case. I don't want to use another spell slot.
As you continue down this hall, you can see there is kind of that same acrid smell that you smelled at the top of the cavern is strong in this. And you can see there's like slick, liquid little puddles in the ground ahead of you. Who's taking point on this?
Squeaky?
Yeah, Squeaky and White. Squeaky and Whitey.
Squeaky, white zombie.
Okay.
I'll go third.
Jamila, Archon.
I'm a
Calliope.
bat. Go right so I can hover above.
Terrell.
It's a small area, it's a large bat. You wouldn't have enough space to really get a good wingspan, so you're gonna have to walk on the ground as a bat if you wanna make it through this hallway.
Fuck it.
All right. The bat waddle continues. All right, so Squeaky's going first.
Yep.
Squeaky moves ahead, and there's that thick puddle, and you see Squeaky kind of walk by and get near it and kind of smell it, and then dart up and begin to go forward. Pressing forward, you guys kind of slightly move around into this liquid, almost gel-like material that's just pooled there.
I totally want to avoid the liquidy gel pools.
Okay.
Can I ask Squeaky, come in. What is that? Yes.
As you continue down the left side of the path, Squeaky turns around and goes, and you look and see this liquid is filled about a 10-foot space of the hallway entirely on the floor.
Liquid.
This thick gel-like liquid.
It's even in there, you guys.
Is there...
Oh, gross.
But it's only 10 feet, right? And then it's dry on the other side?
10 feet across and it's dry.
Does anyone have any rope left? I have no rope left.
We have no rope.
We all lost our rope. Because I have a ring of jumping. So I can jump it, you can walk around it.
It's a jelly-like liquid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I Oh man.
Go.
Jelly like liquid. I don't like jelly like liquids.
Why not? The tasty marmalade's great.
I'm gonna
go chop up the dock.
I would like.
Not a bad one, huh?
Go pick up the boat.
Raw material.
I'd like White Zombie to swing his longsword down into the jelly-like liquid.
The zombie takes the blade and slings it down. It hits the ground with a heavy metal clank as it hits the stone, and the gel kind of spatters a bit, and then just kind of lays back and reforms. The blade comes back, no damage, no scuffing on the blade.
Can I actually communicate with Squeaky, or is it just? I mean, I guess I can understand beast
Yeah,
speech.
it's simple, empathic conversation.
So it smelled yucky, Squeaky. Why? Is it?
It
poison?
smelled bad. Burn
Go
my
get him,
nose.
champ.
That's Squeaky's voice now.
Tell Squeaky to dip a toe in. Oh, throw one of those crabs in there. Throw a crab in this thing. Where are crabs?
I light a torch and I throw the torch at the jelly.
At the jelly.
All right. The old Molotov cocktail.
As you throw the torch into the liquid, it smacks, impacts, and slowly goes out as the liquid splashed against it. A little bit of the ember still burns where it didn't quite impact with the fluid, but it looks like it put out the fire like any wet liquid would.
How far is it? How deep is it?
It's only about an inch or so deep, but it fills about 10 foot by 10 foot of the hallway. You have to get across.
How wide is the hallway?
About 10 feet wide.
All right. Well, I've spider climbed on the ceiling, and I'm like on the other side.
All right. Not a problem.
I'm on your plank idea. I think that's a good idea.
We could go get some wood and lay it
go
over.
rip
I'm
up a
worried
plank
about
of the
the
dock.
square past the jelly. Like if this is the jelly, I'm worried about this square on the other side. Can we throw the guinea pig over there?
Or
what if it's just
stick your dagger on it or something from the wall, or
Drop my dagger down.
No, like just go down. Just like poke at it.
Ball bearing.
Set it off or something.
I'm up on the ceiling, and I pull a single ball bearing out of my pouch.
Yeah, boy.
And drop it down. Don't give me that look. This is dope as shit. and I drop a single. Joe is like, you fucking amateur. Joe, and I drop a single ball bearing down on the square or the tile that Joe's talking about.
In the still silence of the cavern or the hallway entrance, you watch as the single metal ball, ting, 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 hits the stonework.
And then Clarafin comes up from behind, thinking she's talking to Hitch, and goes, and then my third husband, Fernando. He tragically died of hoof and mouth disease. It was not good.
Breaks the tension immediately, but nothing seems to have happened.
Okay, cool.
It's too light.
That was awesome, though.
Is it
And now
long enough? Is it just a short enough puddle that we can just jump over it? I mean, I feel like we're spending a lot of time with this jelly, but it could just be that the guy likes strawberry jam or something.
Could be. I mean, it looks jumpable if you roll well enough.
Is there like a detect magic or something like that?
I got detect magic.
I don't think it is.
I can't do it in bat form.
Gotcha. Well, so we know there's nothing dangerous directly on the other side of
Well,
this puddle.
except that's so light. I feel like, it could be only triggered by something over 30 pounds or something, Like, I feel like we have to put more pressure on it to really know that.
Matt wouldn't kill us here.
He'd kill one of us here.
Yeah.
Are we thinking it's like that fluid liquid that we can like run across if we go real fast, like on YouTube?
I
What's that
remember
stuff called?
YouTube.
Clarapin, can you toss?
The gnomes invented it.
Can you toss one of your crabs into this liquid real quick,
Oh, sure.
just to see if it'll hurt us?
Toss a crab.
All right. Toss a crab into the liquid.
Uh-huh.
It impacts, and you watch as the crab twitches and then expires in the liquid.
Okay.
Well, yeah, gelatinous cube. Yeah, that's something in the
It's something.
genus and species of gelatinous.
Ooh. I'm just gonna grab Squeaky and I'm gonna fly over it.
Smart move.
I think I'm just. What if I do like a side? Come back. Like I get
Okay.
one,
Like a-
ooh.
I'll allow
Like a
it.
sachet.
Yeah. Bats can do that.
I'll allow
Also,
it.
bats cling to the roof and shit.
So as you pick up Squeaky, you kind of flap the wings quickly and leap off the side, almost sort of a large bat parkour maneuver. And then make your way across the way without issue. You land on the floor holding your guinea pig. No problem.
Oh, cool. All right.
Hey, Archon, can you give me a toss? I pop into my shell.
So cute.
Tight.
So cute.
Tight.
Yeah, like an Atlas stone. You know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just fire her across the jelly. Do I need to roll for that?
Yes, if you would make a strength check, please.
Oh, buddy.
Ooh, that's good.
20 total.
20 total. It's a heavy turtle. 500 pounds. This turtle.
Big dragonborn.
Big enough to make about 8 feet of the throw before the shell hits the opposite side, splatters the liquid a bit, and skids for the next bit, kind of spinning into the center. Clarapin, you suffer 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh, psychic damage.
But you do manage to scatter a little bit of the liquid, making it a little easier for you to leap across.
Damage.
Yeah, like traumatized from the event.
At the impact of it, it sends this sudden jolt of severe pain through your mind, and for a second, it's almost like a memory, a very ancient memory is forced like a hot knife into your brain, and then it's gone. You're like, ah.
Can you use cutting words since it hurt you and it's psychic?
Oh, can I?
What?
I don't think I can use cutting words unless it's an
It's
attack.
yeah. You can't diss the liquid?
But it's not like
it goes back to its host, and the host is like,
How dare you? So I did make it across, though.
You did make it across, yeah.
Okay.
So who's left? Us two. So
You
I have a
three.
ring of jumping. I could just jump.
Yeah, you're like as tall as you could just like skip across. Right?
I could just skip across, but I don't want to leave Calliope, my boot sister,
Poor Calliope.
alone on this side.
All right. So, you're gonna load and leap? Are you gonna leap across?
Well, I don't want to leave Calliope alone on the other side, so what can we do?
Come get me.
Can Batty come get it?
I mean, I can barely fly.
It's a small enough tunnel. The guinea pig was one thing, but to carry another body.
Oh, right.
Can I?
Thankfully, the turtle has pushed some of the liquid out of the way, so you can still move forward. If you can try to make the leap, just don't roll a 1, essentially, at this point.
Don't roll a 1.
Come on, Brian.
Can I come back and sort of upside down, hold Calliope and?
The old Grog Archon move. I
That's
like
cool.
it.
Can I do that? Can I help
allow
her
it.
once again?
I'll allow it.
It's very Cirque.
Do we,
I like
do we
it.
sing a Kenny Loggins song while we're doing it?
I think you should.
Yeah. Sing me a song.
Hanging with the boys.
Oh, can you inspire me?
Bardically inspire?
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
No, I'll give you some bardic inspiration for that.
All right.
How do you inspire Hitch?
You can do it. Put in a song.
There you go.
I rolled D20, right?
So you give him the inspiration die of a
6.
Well, if you choose to use it for this. So go ahead and roll.
I just did.
A general strength check.
Huh?
A general strength check. Just roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 3, but I get to add 0.
As you grasp hands dangling across and you say, "You can do it," but in a song, Hitch smiles at you and then just releases his grip. You fall, your feet skid across the slick stonework of where the shell had previously impacted, and you fall onto your ass on a secondary splatter and suffer 2 points of psychic damage as you scoot forward going, just tumbling forward.
Okay.
Fuck. That's my bad.
It's just psychic damage. I'll be okay.
I have a ring of jumping, so I'm just gonna jump it magically.
I reach my hand down and say, "Who's next?"
At this point,
Don't
based
do it.
on the 2 impacts, you guys have cleared enough liquid out of the way where it's a mere 5-foot jump, and at which point each of you can make it across without a few serious issues.
Okay.
And I can throw my zombie.
Glad I can
Yeah,
help.
you
Thanks, Clyde.
just tumbles and skitters to the opposite side of the tunnel.
All right, we made it.
Okay, we're on the other side.
This is probably like the least scary trap in here.
Totally.
Probably
It's gotta be the most tame. It's like a puddle of liquid. They're gonna get over it in a minute.
All right. So we'll get back to the marching order.
All right.
Hey, Calliope, did you see like pain in your head?
Yeah.
Can I like roll to see if I recognize any of the horrible images that it threw at me?
Sure, go ahead and make a history check.
Yes. All right. 19.
Okay. The flashes are weird and obtuse and seem to be images of a world long ago, long forgotten. And you see a flash of what appear to be hundreds and hundreds of lesser entities enslaved before you, and it's gone.
Man, that's terrible looking.
All right. So as you progress towards the edge of this hallway, it stops at a wall. You take a moment to kind of glance about it, and from this side of it, you can see there's a small bead of light, a minor opening, kind of through one portion of the stone that's partially crumbled. You glance towards it, and you can see a very, very faint seam in the wall along the side. Appears to be some sort of a opening, if you will, a slidable stone opening in the wall.
You guys are big.
Yeah, bang away.
Now, you said it's like that. I mean, is it worth, like with 60 feet of dark vision, is there anything that I can see through the...
You glance through them, what little bit of torchlight appears on the opposite side. You can see a stone wall 10 feet across.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to inspect this wall for any sort of trap.
Make an investigation check for me.
It's an 8.
8? Doesn't appear to be trapped. Seems pretty safe.
I'd like to attack it.
That's a
Can I
trap.
check it out?
Yeah, go for it. Go make an
With,
investigation.
yeah, eyes of
Yeah.
Eyes of Manupol.
17 plus 4.
There you go.
All right. Inspecting the door, it does not appear to be trapped, and it appears to be a simple pressure-gauged doorway. Shoving on one side of the stone will cause it to open sideways and allow passage into the next hall.
Let's go.
Do it.
And send in White Zombie and Squeaks again.
Do I have White Zombie shove it, or?
Of course, yeah.
I don't think Squeak is strong enough.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, White Zombie.
Can we put Squeak on his shoulder, though? That'd be adorable.
That's so cute.
I like this team.
I don't know.
Yes, we can.
Okay, I hold White Zombie until the guinea pig gets up to his shoulder.
Alrighty.
I command him to push
You have
revolving door.
Another hallway.
into the hallway. You shove
More
aside
hallways.
the opening, and to the right of you,
Oh, look at the goop.
the hall begins to open.
Ooh, more goop.
Could be good, could be bad.
Oh,
Man, this thing's got
Those are
lights
more
and
that
everything.
So to the right of it, you can see it goes into a T intersection, and to the left, the hall continues in towards curving where you saw the central cog of this chamber exists.
I think the central
We've got a
cog
marching
is
order
where we
here.
should go.
which way is the west that Clarapin knows? What's west in terms
This
of
would be west direction.
Yeah, we go. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the fast guy goes.
If you don't mind placing yourselves within the hallway in the marching order you choose,
I'm in frontish.
With the zombie.
and which direction do you wish to go?
Can we
Probably like
decide what
here.
direction we want to go
We're
in?
going this way, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we should.
Who's Hitch?
Somebody put Calliope in there.
Guinea pig, zombie,
Who's that?
Jamila.
That's
That's-
Calliope?
I think that's zombie.
It's not really Calliope,
Zombie's
but
back here.
That's the new Calliope.
Which one's this one?
I think that's
We have a-
This is Calliope.
We have a male archer.
We have a
No, that must have been an accidental pull. I'll take that.
Oh, is it now?
Who is that?
I think we have a
That's
tail.
Hitch.
That's it.
We just look behind us and
Yeah.
there's like some dude like who's been there.
What do you want, dude?
What are you doing?
Trying to
here?
jump over liquid here.
Trying to get to this party, yo.
So,
Towards the cog?
should we go towards the center, or do we just want to like see what's under these, just because we're curious people?
I feel like in any tomb that's named Annihilation, like if we could avoid
We stay on.
any room, I don't know.
Stay on quest.
I mean, how much loot do we want is really the question.
Uh,
Yeah, I want the loot.
Yeah, well, you guys want to see what's under there, right? I have a feeling everybody on stage.
I know, they're supposed to die.
It was so silent
This
up
doesn't
here.
affect me. Woo! Yeah, woo!
I'm gonna go on the ceiling and check out this corner over here.
Okay.
Good luck in there.
Interestingly enough, as you go across the ceiling, you notice at your feet, across the ceiling, scrawled in dried blood.
Dried blood isn't always bad.
No, man.
Sometimes it's good.
A phrase that reads, "Awaken, Napaka."
Awaken to who?
Napaka.
Napaka?
As you glance into the chamber, you can see there are 3 sets of torches and braziers affixed to the wall on each side for a total of 6 on the right side. On the left, it's a sloped hall. It's like faintly sloped upward, and you can see bits of that same thick liquid kind of pooled in areas. But it continues sloped upward and then comes to an end. There's a wall on the opposite side. And then there is what appears to be a small curtain of red material to your immediate left, which I will show you here.
What do you see in there?
Does the name Napaka mean anything? There we go. There you guys go.
Jamila and I are just heading the other way.
Does the name Napaka mean anything to anyone in my party?
Can I roll a history check to see if I recognize
Sure.
Napaka?
Archon knows a lot too.
Those torches are awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like very LED lights.
Thank you, Dwarven Forge, for helping put this
Give
together.
it up for Dwarven Forge.
We did a bang-up job on this.
So, Mr. DM, are the scrawling in blood is like right here?
It's right there where the hallway T intersection meets.
And there's the red curtain is over
Correct.
here? Ooh, I want to see. What
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that if anything in blood says awaken,
Napaka,
you're fucked.
What if?
I rolled an 18 for my history check. Total.
Okay. You know, being from the area, you've picked up some things here and there, and Napaka is less of a name and more of it's a title. The title means destroyer.
Oh.
See?
Fun fact.
Yeah.
Napaka actually means destroyer. Yeah, so I don't know who he is, but
It's gonna be a long day.
I start. Okay. First of all, I think we should move the other way from.
I'm with you.
And number 2, I'm going to. So I think, Jamila, why don't you take Little Squeaky and
Batman
and White Zombie, and move. Let's move that way, and I'm gonna start moving my way to the back, just so that there's a tank in the back in case this thing shows up.
Yeah, I'll move forward with the little guys, with our pets, to the door at the end.
Okay.
What do I see?
As you continue, there is no door. The chamber continues into this large cog structure right here.
Yeah.
All right, I want to do this stealthily too, as
All
much
right.
as I can, with a zombie and a guinea pig in front of me.
That is beautiful, guys.
This is so cool. Wow.
That's so cool.
So,
Who'd have thunk a garden could survive down here?
It's a beautiful
As you
garden.
begin to approach this chamber, a terrible pungent smell just fills this pentagonal room in front of you.
Sorry.
The walls inside of which are covered in riveted sheets of iron. Surprisingly, a wildly overgrown garden full of what looks to be very sickly plants fill much of the space in this chamber. And a narrow path hugs the wall between 2 exits. The one that you entered and the one to your left that seems to curve around the side. Jutting from the middle of the garden, you see a giant 6-foot-tall rusty sprinkler. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, you can see what appears to be a small 10-foot-wide shaft that just continues upward.
I want to jump up into it.
Yeah, put your hand in there.
Worked great last time.
You've done enough.
Do the other hand. Get another kick-ass hand.
Yeah, this seems just like a win for you. I don't know.
6-foot rusty sprinkler with a hole in the ceiling?
Looks like towards the top of the chamber, which is about 25 feet up, there's a small shaft that continues upward, and to the left of you, the hallway continues in a western direction.
I'm
do I recognize any of this plant life, or can I call my druid? Hey, druid.
I'm here. Do I recognize any of this plant life, or should I call
Make
my
a nature
guinea
check.
pig? And I use my just regular as a bat still too. I mean, I guess I know Nate. Yeah.
Tyrone.
Ooh. 6 plus 4, so I'm looking at 10. Not great.
No, you make out some of the plants kind of on the outskirts of it are similar to the thick vines that grow in the jungles of Chult up above, but a number of the plants inside in the clusters of what look to be tangled foliage and matter don't really catch anything in your mind. You've not seen them before. Large, vibrant purple plants, and what looks to be namely just piles and masses of clustered plant life that you don't recognize.
And it smells really terrible, right?
It smells awful.
It
smells like of vegetable rot and decaying flesh combined.
Since I have bat, got dark vision, whatever it is.
Yeah,
I
night
can
vision.
fly. Can I see
infrared
up to the
Sonar.
top of this? Yeah, I got sonar.
We found it. It took some time, but we got there.
Even better. That's rad. Can I up to the top?
You make your way up to the top in the little space you have in that chamber, glance upward, and you can see it continues up to what would seem to be a higher floor further up the tomb, but it is barred off with a series of thick grates that are about an inch across from each other. It seems to be some sort of a fume chimney, if you will.
Fume chimney. Oh. I'm gonna come back down and tell the team about the fume chimney.
As a bat.
As the bat.
So he squeaks at you repeatedly in a series of rat-like squeaks that you can't really understand.
Nice. So it's either the destroyer or that we get gassed out. It's really up to you.
I don't think we're gonna get gassed, because you can go that way too.
Or we're gonna get sprayed with acid that's coming out of that sprinkler.
Yeah, maybe they're on a timer.
Why don't you
Hope
just?
we have good timing.
Can you just destroy the sprinkler? Can you like?
Is it gonna be like a fire hydrant?
Fire hazard?
No, like a fire hydrant. Like if you destroy the top, is it just gonna acid everywhere?
Question. Can you fly into that next room?
Can I fly into the next room?
If you'd like to.
No.
We got things for this, guys, and it starts with Squeaky. So,
Squeaky is going into that room?
He's going into that room.
Okay. First thing of interest as you enter this next chamber. An acidic stench fills this pentagonal chamber, which has 2 exits, similar to the one you were just in. The walls are covered with riveted iron sheets, similar to the one you just saw, but there's a pockmarked stone floor all across the surface here with a large puddle of that same gray gelatinous slime that you've seen previously, just filling the center of it. You see friezes along each wall, so 5 of them, that seem to depict 5 black dragon heads. You may pull that off.
Yeah.
Black dragon.
Oh, it's
slime.
It's just slime.
5 black dragon heads.
And you also see, in the center of it, what appears to be a singular skeleton. Standing in the middle, wearing patchwork armor, and his skull is misshapen. It's elongated in some strange shape or structure. And as soon as you kind of flutter around the way, it turns to you and goes, and then turns around and runs in the other direction and just disappears into the chamber beyond. You want to hand me that skeleton, Deborah?
Oh, reinforcements are coming.
Yeah, he was like the centurion.
Good.
Nobody.
Good. Hey, guys, I did something.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Do you know how are they turning you said they're turning cogs? How are they turning the cogs? Do you know?
It was the dwarves to the right. Did I really know? I just know they were working on the dwarves.
The dwarves are working on the cogs above. You don't know quite how they turn. You just saw them rotate every now and then, but usually accompanied by or beforehand that guy with the rotted smell and the
I'm
mask.
gonna say right away. I think we should all get in the same space,
Yeah.
so this doesn't turn and we lose you guys.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Guys, run! Get over here.
I don't want to. Nobody wants to know what's behind the red curtain. Nobody?
A little birdie named Matt Mercer told me
Mr.
before the show.
Mr.
We should do not much damage.
Mr. DM, there could be something really cool back there.
What do you want to do?
Helpful.
I mean, whoever he is, he likes to destroy, so. Destroy what? Beers? Brewskis? It sounds like a sick guy.
You think Napa Cabbage is back? What is his name? Napaka?
Napaka.
Napaka. You think Napaka is chilling behind that red curtain right now?
I mean, something is chilling behind a curtain.
Yeah, like Napaka is probably some sort of black dragon. And it's probably acid all over the floor. I don't know. You have probably that bile of the dragons.
I mean, Joe, for the record, I'm with you. I'm not even in that room.
Yeah. But somehow, but what I'm saying is somehow that thing can get up into here too, potentially.
Yeah.
If you were a destroyer, though, would you want to be hidden by a red curtain? I don't know if I would. Seems a little unintimidating.
Yeah.
It's sleepy.
I'm just saying.
He likes theatrics.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
As the novice of the group, I'll ask: is a red curtain like that a trap, or is it a trap, a good thing disguised as a trap to make us think it's a trap, but really it's something super dope that we want?
I doubt.
You know the
Tomb
answer.
of Annihilation has dope stuff behind curtains.
All right,
It
I'll
would be
make.
called the Tomb of Dope Stuff.
If it were called the Tomb of Dope Stuff, it would probably be scary.
It's just a pantry.
Okay.
There's cereal in here.
What's your plan?
I gotta go with the group. Fine. I'd love to see what's behind there, but it probably results
I'm getting as far away from him as I can. I'm going up towards
I'm
the
going
Rusty
to. I'm with the
Sprinkler
group.
room.
I'm moving away.
Yeah,
So you're
I'm
ignoring
gonna
the
go.
curtain.
I'm
Rusty
playing
Sprinkler
safe.
as well.
Okay.
They're floating there. We're on the outskirts.
All right. Can I search for some way that potentially this thing turns?
No. I'm here with you guys. Don't drop me in the goof.
Can I, I'm going to inspire Archon to do that.
Okay. How do you inspire him?
I kind of sit down and pull out my clarinet. You know, this reminds me of my fourth husband. You remind me a lot of him. He was a great investigator.
You take your D8 inspiration die.
Can I use it after the roll?
Yeah, you decide whether or not.
Amos. I miss Amos.
Not bad. Yeah. That's an 8 from inspiration.
Yes, it is. Amos was very handsome.
Thank you.
Why did you guys divorce? Do you mind if I ask?
Well, what? Sorry.
Why did you get divorced 4 times?
Oh, no, I've been married 12 times, Sonny. Look, old Claripin was quite the looker back in the day.
I don't believe you.
Nat, I got a 23.
Okay. And glancing about the room, the walls seem to be fairly solid with no visual imagery that presents some means of turning within the chamber. It appears to be designed purely to contain the growing plant life within the interior.
So there's no way to turn it. Okay.
So this door is open though still?
Yeah.
That's where they all
that
ran?
hallway continues.
Okay, so we gotta.
Where the rooms meet, is it flush or is there some room? Where that door
it's flush.
Flush.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there
So I
something?
can't like crawl out around the outside.
No. Not at the moment, not the way they're arranged.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there something in that back corner over there too?
Definitely.
There is something there.
You don't know.
There's a little tarp over it.
You walked away.
I walked away because of you guys. Never forgive you for saving my life. Okay.
Somebody want to inspect this rusty sprinkler?
I'll go. I'll go to this sprinkler and I'm like, what do we got here?
All right, make an investigation check.
My eyes.
20.
Yes!
What do we got? Yeah, not bad. A lot of 2s today. That feels good.
You look at the sprinkler, and it's built in to be a kind of universal omni-spray structure, and it's built into it to what appears to be to draw water from the lake below and then spray it out into the space. It does not appear to be anything more than a simple sprinkler.
Okay, I think we're safe. I think this is just going to be dirty, mucky water that Clarapin's been using for 3 to 4 weeks, and not much else. Do you don't think so?
I want to take my battle axe at the sprinkler.
Make an attack.
Yeah, I told you to do that like 30 minutes ago.
That's
true.
Attack. That's going to be 26.
Go
There
roll
we
some
go.
damage.
Okay.
Heck yeah, take it out.
16 points of damage.
Whack! With one mighty strike, as you place the shield kind of to the back of your forearm and both hands, golf swing with Bone Cleaver into the side. The sprinkler immediately splits in the center, and as it does, it creaks off and bends. It doesn't completely detach, but it is now defunct, broken, and where it twisted from the impact, water just begins to spray out the side of it at a side angle, and it's just now just spraying into the eastern side of the chamber and spilling into the bushes on that side and kind of pooling into the center of the chamber, beginning to fill it with water that's beginning to run down the hallway behind you.
And did any crabs come up too?
No crabs.
Darn it.
Did we just do the whole water rising to our death scenario?
It's rolling down the hallway.
It's not a lot of water rushing in. It's sprinkler level, and it seems to be filling and dispersing in other chambers. Doesn't appear to be an immediate worry.
I can turn into a fish.
It's going towards where the skeleton guy was?
It's going towards both the skeleton guy and the chamber you came from. Both of them kind of equally divide.
Well, we're not being doused in acid, so...
Should we go bash some skellies?
Yeah, let's go fight.
Bash some skellies.
Yeah, I got
So
2
you think backwards to go forward?
No, dragon head room.
Oh,
Go
dragon
this way.
head?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
continue on.
That way.
All right.
Does that? Archon, you know about dragon lore, right? The black dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, is there flame? What are they?
Acid.
Acid.
Streams of acid.
Okay, so I
There's
mean,
a big pool of it right there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's big pools in that room.
But the dragon heads aren't alive.
Can I peek my head
But-
into that room and
Same
take a look?
fly.
You said there's tapestries with dragon heads?
They're stone reliefs in the wall.
reliefs.
There's 5 of them. They're about 5 to 6 foot wide on the actual dragon heads themselves, and the actual relief is about 10 feet wide on each side.
Would a Zentaur...
Would I recognize any of them?
You would, actually, specifically because of your worship of Tiamat. They are black dragon heads, all 5. And they're all up in the air, about 10 feet up above you, and they're all facing in the center.
Are their mouths open?
Their mouths are open.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
I'm feeling that this room is going to have something to change these gears.
Yeah.
It's either that or whatever was upstairs.
No, I think it's here.
Or it's behind curtain number red.
Go try. Go check it out.
It's your game, man.
Calliope, let's go.
Pitch, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm gonna stay with the group. I'll go.
Okay.
I'll be here.
All right,
Although
so you guys continue through the chamber, the dragon head?
How high is
You know, I can.
How high is the ceiling inside the dragon chamber?
I'd say to distance about 18 or so feet.
Oh.
Okay.
You
Okay.
could-
Solid at the top.
Solid at the top.
Solid
yes.
at the top. Just
Does it-
5 dragon heads ready to spin.
Yeah, you know. Like
I'm
you
going to
do.
fly.
No,
as
like
first.
draining grates, nothing like that. Pretty solid all the way through.
Yeah.
Looks like it holds some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
all right.
I could be above
Yeah.
the heads if I go up to the
You
ceiling.
can, yeah. You can climb up
Okay,
and go
so
across.
I'm going to
perpetually safe. Yeah.
Do that too, and then I'm going to
Yeah.
high five you with my wing.
Can somebody check the floor for like pressure plates?
I'm
Does anyone have a
happy
good investigation?
I mean, no. But
I think investigate.
Yeah,
got one.
I have a fair.
You should.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh,
It's a 19.
Hell yeah.
yeah, plus 4, so yeah.
Okay. As you move across, and the center of this chamber is still just widely covered in this thick gray slime-like liquid that you encountered earlier, so you kind of move along the sides of it carefully, Calliope, as you make passage forward, checking for any sort of changes or shifting textures or height to any of the stone plates. Nothing. God damn it.
Okay. Cool.
Clear, and then where am I? I'm a little bit further around.
Send Rob ahead.
Can we get across
Yeah, send Rob through.
the slime?
Although Rob could
You
also...
can move around the outskirts of it and avoid the slime. Yes.
Okay.
Slime's only.
It's just there. Okay.
And as you guys make your way into the next chamber,
Oh, that didn't take too long.
Look at that.
Does that look like a switchy mechanism?
It sure does.
It kind of does, strangely enough. You enter this chamber and see a 4-foot-high, 7-foot-wide iron lectern in the middle of this rusty iron-plated room. It's topped with a slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle.
Hold on.
Yeah, star-shaped handle.
Oh, don't worry, guys. I got visual aids for you.
Oh, there's a thing.
Oh, look at this panda. That's why you're the boss.
Pass them around, please.
Ooh, laminated.
Hey, that's cool.
There's one for each of us.
I can drool on
So
this.
there is a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same colors. Wall engravings behind the control panel.
It's like an escape room.
Can you see that?
I put one on the map cam.
Hey, pay special attention to the pipes of acid.
Yep.
That's a good one. They're gonna spray us right in the face if we do this.
So,
pipes of acid.
wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles, with a small crystal embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under the configuration labeled 3 currently glows green. Three 6-inch diameter rusty pipes jut from the wall just above the engravings. And also, as you enter and look across the chamber, as you step into the light kind of fills the space, you can see the skeleton that had rushed in is currently locked in one corner, while another skeleton is currently huddled in the other. And as soon as you begin to enter, they both see you and begin to walk up the walls towards the ceiling and out over you through the passage you just came from, just fleeing.
Get back here. I'm gonna
They're coming right towards you, Hitch.
fly after
Yeah,
it.
but they're going to run past me, right?
Get him.
They're coming right at you. What are you doing?
Get him.
Double clothesline.
All right. I'll say for the purposes of this, just make 2 attack rolls.
What happened?
Attack rolls.
2 attack rolls, please.
Oh, sweet. That is, what is that, a 6 or a 9?
It's a cock die.
What is this?
It's a
team player.
I just like saying it.
What is that? What is that, 6 or a 9?
That's a 9. Wait, which one are you on?
This.
That's a
9,
9.
yeah.
9. And, god damn it, 15.
Okay. 9 plus what's your attack bonus?
It's my
Are
time.
you gonna go strength for the clothesline?
It would be strength to clothesline, yeah.
Oh, just strength?
So proficiency modifier.
0.
Proficiency is +3.
Plus 3?
3.
Okay, so that brings it to a 12, which is the AC of the skeletons. As you reach out with both arms, whack, and slam into the kind of clavicle neck area of both skeletons. It doesn't do any damage, but it causes them both to be knocked off their feet, and whatever magic was keeping them attached to the ceiling immediately is removed for the moment, as they both plummet now, falling 20 feet to the ground approximately. So that'll be 4 damage to one and 5 damage to the other. As both skeletons hit, you can hear the cracking of bone, and they both immediately get up and begin to continue running in that direction.
Who's close? Jamila and I, we're watching this. We're in there.
Okay, so each of you get a strike on one of the 2 skeletons.
You guys handle it.
Yeah, 17 plus 7.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 7 plus 4, so 11 damage, and then I have a second attack.
You won't need it, that's enough. And your damage?
This is a terrible roll, but I got a 13.
13's enough to hit it, so
Yeah,
go roll
okay,
damage.
great.
This is intense, guys.
Character sheet. 13 damage.
Okay. With that, you both simultaneously swing, the skeletons exploding into a shower of bone as their bits scatter across the ground. Their 2 misshapen skulls kind of come to a stop and about 10 feet from each other rest just partway into the hallway where you guys were standing.
Can I pick up one of the skulls and look at what was misshapen about it?
Yeah. As you inspect the skull on your side, you lift it up, the jaw kind of crumbles off and falls, and it's just the top of the skull now. And the bone seems to protrude like a solid block that is triangular in shape at the end. So it's just like 3 sides that jut out of the skull and end in a flat triangle shape.
Oh, might be a key.
I know.
What about the other one?
The other one, you go ahead and pick it up as well. Kind of the jaw itself is kind of still chattering against the bottom of it. And as you grab it, it slowly chatters to a stop and then falls off. This one is in a square shape.
Dude.
We're gonna put him in the bag.
Super cool.
I'll keep him in my stack.
Alrighty.
My pack.
That was awesome.
Do you think any of our skulls will be used as keys one day? I mean, that's what I want when I die in real life. Use my skull as a key.
So.
You heard it here. Everyone, Dylan knows. What do you want?
This is the chamber before you. What would you wish to do?
Somebody got to do this puzzle because this is giving my
Well,
brain
there's a green light on.
They're all the same.
I'm assuming that number 3 is the current configuration we're on with the chambers.
But if you look here, the star is the room I think we're in, isn't it?
I think it probably is. Now they're all the same in terms of the rooms, but the openings are different. So I think they're going to rotate within those squares. The circle will rotate and not the squares.
Yeah.
The squares are rooms.
Yeah.
And then the circles will rotate to access the different rooms.
So which one is the one
Oh,
we
I
need?
see, I see.
Well, it feels like we want to get into that third cog, right?
Right, exactly.
So we want to get from the star into the third cog and then into, I mean, we don't know, but a room over there.
So does that mean someone needs to stay here and turn while the others are in the room?
I know who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks-
Squeaky, I got telepathy, right?
You could teach a baboon to do this, right?
I got baboons.
Check.
I got baboons on
Make an
baboons.
intelligence
Make an intelligence check, Archon.
Okay. That's a 9.
Never mind.
Not grog level. But not strengths in other ways.
A thought blinks in your head for a moment, and it's gone.
Gonna say something. Man.
Let's pull some levers. See what happens. What about that gold, the star one? Does that control the star room? Or is that like our master switch?
So we've got red and blue dials, and then we've got red and blue buttons, and then we've got a star lever.
And you have the 3 pipes that are on the wall across from you.
Which we should probably plug with.
Oh, the
Yeah.
pipes.
And it looks like there's like little breaks in the hex. Or
I think
who
those are the
guys
doors.
that are the doors. Yeah.
Those are the doors.
These, like, if we can somehow select one, it should rotate to the configuration of those.
Right.
I mean,
We don't
regardless, some of us should not be in here. So, do we want to split up, Scooby-Doo gang? What?
Well, we want one, right? That's the configuration we want?
Well,
That seems like the only
we
one.
want to go into the middle cog, and then someone create number one.
So everybody gets in the middle, and then we create,
Then we create number one,
yeah.
but someone's left behind, or you train someone.
I'm going to leave
Or
Squeaky
there's
in here.
time. Or these things move, you hit it and run. You know, hit it and move in it, you gotta get it, but you have to get through the acid room into the middle.
We also don't yet know how to make.
That's cool.
Yes. Somebody figure this out and tell us how to do it.
For real.
I'll be on my Twitter feed, DM me.
I'm just going to go into the nature room. It might be a bad idea, but I'm going to leave Squeaky here and go into the nature room.
Are you
where I
doing,
feel
are you
most
doing
at home.
anything in the nature room?
Huh?
You doing anything in the nature room, just waiting there?
Yeah, I'm just going to wait there for now because I'm a bat and I have all the time in the world.
All right.
So it's acid, water, and whatever's in the third room.
Is it goop right here? Is it the same goop that's on the floor that's coming out of these pipes?
You can go ahead and inspect it if you want. Make an investigation check.
Hitch knows goop.
It says 7 plus 1. 8.
8?
Don't, why are you laughing? Shut the fuck up.
It looks to be a fairly similar color, yes. So whatever liquid seems to be dripping from these pipes is very similar to the liquid you've encountered multiple times across these structures.
Okay, cool. See? Fuck off.
I feel like we need to test it. We need to like have the zombie stand in front of the scary
this needs to
tubes
click
and
one
push
button
the buttons
right.
and see what happens.
Right.
So we can figure out how they.
Oh. Did you hear that,
Oh,
Joe?
yeah. Yeah. That
What are
makes
you
sense.
doing in my zombie?
Well, I think, well, we need to figure out what, because we don't know how the dials and the buttons and everything relate, like how to make number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I feel like if we put the zombie there and have him move the dials, if he gets sprayed with something out of those tubes,
Correct.
at least we'll see what does what.
Yeah. We could use a guinea pig for that also.
Yeah, I mean, we could really use a guinea pig for anything.
I mean,
It's really the point of the guinea pig.
keeping Squeaks alive makes him like our good luck charm. Like he's
Yeah.
survived this far. I feel like that's a good sign.
Yeah. I like your style. He did tell me that he wanted to see battle at least once, because he wants to go to Valhalla. He doesn't want to just
He's got the heart of a warrior.
die a horrible death.
I mean, we could also stand to the side and hit it with a long stick or something like that.
No, that's
Yeah.
suicide. That means.
Let's do it. Tell Squeaks. Show him the apparatus. Tell him what's good.
Hey, Squeaky, you see the apparatus come in?
We are
Yeah, so
all-
complicated, right?
Real quick, have we all decided to get into the middle chamber?
No, you're the only one in the middle.
Oh, we're just standing to the side.
I'm in the nature room. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I don't know if Squeaky exactly trusts me. He could rebel at any time. He has no reason to like me at this point, so I think maybe one person should stay in here. With him, maybe, and because I can't animal handle
All right,
him.
I'll be there. I'm in there on the ceiling.
All right.
Okay.
So
looking down.
Wait, what's happening?
Yeah, are we?
So you're in the nature room. There are the 3 pipes in the wall. Are you plugging them or leaving them as they are?
Can I reach that thing?
I mean, I could take apart my bedroll.
Can I reach that thing from upside down, being upside down?
No.
Okay.
Could not.
So I'm above Squeaky.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna take out my like sleeping mat and tear it apart and try to make little plugs for the pipes.
Okay. You go ahead and jam one completely solid. The second one, you like stand up a bit and jam it in. The third one, you about to jam it in, and something nicks your finger inside the pipe.
Something what? Her finger?
It like nicks your finger, like you pull back, and
Like
there's a little bit of blood.
Like a shard or something.
Something sharp, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh man, you and your hands.
Whatever it was, kind of gave a little bit. Like it nicked you and then pushed further in.
Oh.
There's something fishy in that third pipe now.
You got a light? You got a Zippo or something in there? You could look in there?
I have a little lantern. I'll hold up my little lantern and see if we can get some light in there.
I mean, it's guinea pig size, right?
So we got a lantern in the open pipe.
You glance inside that third little tube, and you can see what looks to be a very thin, long blade of some kind facing you. Its edge of its metal appears to be orange rusted on the bladed edges, and it kind of disappears in the tunnel above. And as you glance just above it, you can see what appears to be some sort of wrapping on a handle.
Like a trapped spike thing.
Like a stabber.
Yeah.
Like it's
Like
gonna
a-
stab
like a
you when you
dagger.
press the
Like
button.
a dagger, yeah.
Like somebody
I
left
hate
it there, or-
stabbers.
If you go,
It's on a spring.
If you go ahead and look inside, there's nothing behind it. It's not attached to anything. It's just loosely placed inside.
So
it's
grab,
gonna
take
shoot
it out. Take it out with your magic hand.
Yeah.
You do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As your hand reaches inside the pipe-like opening, you barely get your fingers around the metallic edge of this dagger blade and pull it out safely. It looks like it's a dagger of very unique make. It is very long, thin, almost stiletto by design, but it has an orangish rust along the edges of it, and it looks really well made.
Orange rust. It's how long? How many? Like 10 inches? Sorry.
It's about, I'd say 10, 11 inches. Yeah.
Okay.
It's borderline short sword in how length it is, but it's very thin.
Yeah.
Can somebody test it for magical capabilities?
Now I plug up that third one.
Okay, and you're able to plug that.
Squeaky.
Gotcha.
Squeaky, come in. Squeaky,
Well,
press the
what'd you
button.
say, All right, so these.
Squeaky,
we're
press the
looking at
button.
these dials.
I kind of like to stand to the side, use my 11-inch thing, and try and like move a dial.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Just stand to the side.
Yeah.
Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I mean, Squeaky's down for whatever. I mean, I'm over here. I'm just kind of.
I'll stay in the room with you as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sort of stand to the side, so
Okay.
I'm not in front of it, and I'd like to use my, like here.
This is how I'm gonna die. I think.
Like over here, and I'm gonna use my little dagger.
This has to
Just
go
like
two this way, and this goes two
that
that way.
Okay.
I think I
So the
know.
blue dial, as it turns,
Oh, I'm gonna turn invisible real quick. Just wanna make that
you
quick.
turn it to the right,
Yeah.
and it snaps back into place immediately afterward, and that green light shifts to the 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now the 4
we
is
know
lit.
4. All right, so 4 is lit. Do those things move?
No.
Okay, I think we probably have to pull the star to make it happen, yeah.
What do the buttons?
Yeah, what about the button?
I think we need blue dial left and red dial right.
Why?
Because if you look from 3 to 1,
Yeah.
the dial on the left has to go 2 clicks clockwise, and the one on the right has to go 2 counter, which means you can click 1, it'll click 2, and they'll turn. I think.
Well, I mean, we can also just keep playing until the 1 lights up and then do the star thing. and see what
Okay,
happens.
I'm gonna drop down.
Can we try 1 left blue, 1
I'm
right
gonna drop
red?
down.
Okay, sure. So, because nothing came out of the pipes, right? We're all good?
Not yet, no.
All right. All right, I will do the configuration that he would like. I'll do red right, blue left.
Okay. As you hit the red dial,
Dylan dies. Me.
do you turn to the right or the left?
This one I push to the right.
It snaps back. No,
Nothing.
no visual effect.
Push the red button.
Try the.
It stays on 4.
It stays on 4. No movement. No reaction at all from the machine.
You want me to push the red button?
Push it.
All right, push the red button.
Okay.
I'll get back
So
on the
where's
roof,
everybody
by the way.
standing?
We're in the room.
All right, so suddenly a loud impact shakes the chamber as a thick metal iron wall slams into the entryway to the chamber, locking all of you except for tall guy over there within the chamber. The impact is heavy as it hits the ground. You all kind of shudder for a second and can't imagine what horror would have befallen anybody had they been standing in that doorway. And there it is. You are currently sealed off inside this chamber.
Okay, let's open it back up.
Push the red again.
Yeah.
I bet it's not gonna work. Yep.
Should I press the blue?
Maybe?
What else? You gotta take a red to the left and push red again.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe
Will that
the
reverse
red
it?
button has now activated the red dial.
Okay.
Like you kind of, I don't know.
Push the red dial right. You're not here.
Yeah,
push it right.
You pushed it right.
Smoking a
So you're pushing the
cigarette.
red dial left now, you said, right?
Yeah, left.
left,
Yeah,
okay.
go
All
all
right.
the way left.
As
and
you
then
turn it
push
left, it clicks and there's no discernible reaction to the room, but suddenly a voice begins to creep into each of your minds except for you, tall guy. This voice croaks into the center of your consciousness and seems to carry this chilly omniscience behind it. It just goes, Withers, what do you want with me? Oh, you're not Withers, are you?
Who the fuck is Withers?
Who are you? Why are you here? Why are you in my home? I'm curious. Please tell me.
Are you Napaka?
I am no Napaka. I just want to know what you're doing here. Where are you? Are you in my room?
Is your room the one with the pipes and the levers and the buttons that you push?
That's
Why would you
certainly
tell
one
me?
of them, yes.
Oh.
I think you just told her our position.
Well, I had written that down. I didn't say it out loud.
Even I heard it.
I'm Gully Rule. Who are you? What's your name?
Gully Roo?
I'm Hitch.
Hi, Hitch.
Hi. What, how long you been down here for, living here? You got a nice place. I really like it.
I've been down here a very, very long time. Master's been not so nice.
Yeah, he's not a great, he hasn't been very nice to us either, I'm not gonna lie. Do you have any friends?
I hopefully do now.
Oh. Well, what do you like to do with your friend? If you had a friend, what would you like to do with that friend?
I don't know. Share stories. I have 10,000 years of history to me, but it all ends when I was brought here, so you can tell me about your history.
Can I ask?
All of it.
If I let you tell me a story, will you, do you think you could help me and open this door, or tell me how to, so that we could see the rest of your place?
Oh, I can't really help you with the door. It'll deal with itself on its own, but we can talk while you wait.
It'll open on its own? It'll open up again?
Maybe.
I like you. You're just like me. You're a sly guy. You're funny. You're funny.
You're funny.
Okay. Well, what were you gonna say?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to see if I can sense if they're toying with us or if this is genuinely.
Make an insight check.
Yeah. 13.
13. It's hard to tell. There's something eerily oppressive about the presence of the voice in your head.
Yeah.
There's the fact that it's forced there beyond your will is upsetting, but the voice also seems genuinely curious and doesn't seem to be threatening.
I'd like to persuade, what's his name, Galigu?
Galiru.
Galiu.
Galiru.
Galiu. I sure do like you and everything you're about. And I'd like to persuade him to, because I think he's a little baby who just needs a little love, to help us.
How do these dials work?
Can I use my super
Make a
persuasion power?
check.
Come on, hitch.
Fucking ball sack. 4 + 9, so 13.
13.
I can help a little, but you want to play a game?
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Can I ask you if you understand the concept of life and death? Before I answer that question?
I do. I've lived a very long time and seen a lot of things die.
So, makes sense. Nothing to be scared of. Is this game, is death involved in this game that you want to play? I'm saying, I'm trying to live. We're friends. Our friendship just started. I don't want it to end. I really want to stay, friends with you for a long time, not, for the next 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Gali?
Okay. I can help you with what the buttons do. And while we wait for the door, you just tell me all about each of you.
Sure.
I don't understand the game.
My name's Archon. I love little animals, especially guinea pigs. That we brought one with us.
Have you ever seen it?
It's super cute. I don't know if you want to maybe play with our guinea pig. They're super fun as pets.
I want a guinea pig.
Yeah, well, we brought you one, which we'd love to let you play with the guinea pig. So why don't we, I don't know, why don't we play with the levers, right? And then we'll play with the guinea pig.
Okay, bring me the guinea pig. Can you bring me the guinea pig, please?
Where or what?
Bring it by the docks.
The docks?
The docks. I want to see it.
Okay,
By
cool.
the docks.
I know. I know. There's one of your friends is still out there. I can sense him. Bring the guinea pig by the dock.
The guinea pig's with us. I'm so sorry. Guinea pig's in the room with us. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, you can turn the blue dial to make sure that you select which of the shiny green things is shinier. And then you can push the blue button to make all the big rooms turn to whichever shiny you chose. And then you can push the red button to drop the wall, which you did, and that'll go back in an hour. And
short rest.
The red dial lets you talk to me.
Oh, that's
And-
nice. That's great. Let's
cool.
we'll turn the blue dial 2 to the left, and we'll see what happens.
It shifts to the number 2.
Oh, 1 more to the 1.
To the 1.
Look at that. Great. Oh man.
I do feel like we were overcomplicating this.
We're gonna be playing with guinea pigs in no time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Gally, what is
We
the...
can't get out
Who can't?
because the door will not be faced towards us.
That's right.
Is
So
is this wall that comes out? Yeah, I'm fine. Fuck you guys. Is this wall that came down? It's a wall, or is it a gate where the guinea pig can sneak through?
It's like a thick, solid iron slab.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Hey, Gally. What are you, bro? It's hard to explain. I don't remember exactly.
It's the dock beast. I mean,
we tried lowering a cage before. Was that for you?
That occasionally is used to check for things to feed me.
Yeah, we
Ugh.
gathered that.
Okay.
So
Wait, do you live in the nether regions?
Oh, you guys might have seen each other. Have you ever seen her? Clarapin?
Is the sound coming through our minds?
It's straight to your mind.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a psychic connection.
So somehow we need, in an hour, when this door goes up, we need to move into the middle space and somehow push that blue button from there
I can yell to the zombie.
to the zombie to do it.
Yeah.
And leave the zombie
From
in
that
there?
room. I mean,
I'm telepathically connected to Squeaky, so Squeaky could feasibly do this for me.
Squeaky could do it?
Yeah, Squeaky could.
Oh, yeah, forget it then. I'll take the zombie.
So Gully, my name is Jamila.
Hi, Jamila.
Hi. I'm not really from Schultz, but I grew up here.
Aw.
Yeah, just like you.
Kind of.
And
It's fucking crazy.
we went on a hike through the jungle. It was very scary.
Yeah. I can imagine. Do
You guys.
So how much time has passed?
We can jump ahead an hour if you want to spend the hour talking
Well,
to this voice.
Well, do I send? I mean, did someone do a perception check on an insight check, and it seemed like it was?
I can do perception check. I got.
At least from what I could tell, it wasn't intentionally trying to mislead us.
Honest. Yeah, great. Okay.
And is it that every time the button gets pressed and the things turn, it's another hour? Or is it just the door's not
No,
open?
it's the hour's just for the door. The button can be pressed whenever you want. Hey, Gally, quick question. Do you like your master? They're interesting. There's more than one?
Now, when you say they, who are they? Who are these people?
Sarah.
Oh. In the plural sense.
Well, I don't want to presume, Sarah has lived almost as long as I have in some ways and has kind of ascended past the idea of he or she and is just terror. Hey, are you used to like wanting to do stuff and then people not letting you do what you want to do? Sometimes the other doesn't let me. Yeah, I have a few others too. There's this red curtain in one of your other rooms. I really wanted to go through it, but you know how it is when you really want to do something. That's when they tell you can't, right? Am I right? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Would you like to leave this place?
Maybe.
What if we could help you leave this place?
I can't leave as long as they're still here.
Is there a way that you know of that could help us, I don't know, convince the master to let you go?
No. He'll destroy all of us. But
Does that mean that Asarak is the Napaka?
no, that's something else entirely.
Man, there are so many destroyers around here.
Yeah. Is that what's behind?
Well, we're here, and in case we meet the master, is there anything the master really doesn't like, something the master really hates? In case we meet the master, we wouldn't want to insult him in his home. Is there something that he really hates or he's scared of?
He hates the gods of Omu. Omu's gods that he killed a long time ago. They're locked here.
Oh. Are you a god?
To some a long time ago, but not anymore. Hey, don't you talk like that. Calliope, sing Gally a song and make him feel like a god. You can sing?
Sure. The voice of an angel.
Shit ton of charisma.
Yeah, it's so much fucking charisma. Well, maybe I would start to like hum a little thing. He's in my head, so yeah. I'm humming a nice little tune to myself.
Okay. Listens for a while. That's nice. Okay, I'm bored. What now? Okay. What now?
The other people that have come here seeking to hurt your master, the ones that died.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, okay. Was there anything that they did to your master that really hurt your master that, I don't know, in your opinion, like if we were to become friends with your master, we shouldn't do?
They never got there. The master's been gone for a while.
Can I see what I know about, say it again, Omu gods?
The Omu gods.
Yeah, can I see if I know anything about them?
Make a history check.
Hey, but we're here for the
Do I get any extra because I'm
I will say because you've been in Shult your whole life, I'll give you advantage on it.
Only 10.
10? Okay, Omu is the lost city that you guys discovered and was long destroyed. And it had gods, it had 9 gods, but they vanished with the society. That's as much as you can recall.
Can I ask I'm going to tell Squeaky to push the blue button.
Okay.
You'll trap
Has the hour passed?
Yeah,
But I mean, you can just keep turning it, right?
We'll say at this point the hour has kind of come to a close and the door begins to lift up right as the blue button is pressed.
But the blue button, you can, I mean, you said you can turn it, press it, turn it, press it, turn it, press it.
Seems to be, yeah.
Right.
So as Squeaky climbs up and hits the button, all of them begin to shift and turn.
I'm hidden.
Oh, man.
And we're still, like, we can talk to Gally now, right? All
This
the
thing
time?
really works?
Oh, no.
Does it work?
Alrighty, so we were on number 1.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oh, man.
Wow.
Shut your mouth!
That is so funny. Yeah. Wait.
Well, there you go.
What? But you can go through here, Matt?
Those two do connect.
Okay, cool.
And this aligns with another room up there, huh?
Yeah.
And you guys are all currently locked in the chamber.
Splitting the party. Love it.
Yeah, this is the now you're alone.
Dude.
Hey.
You don't
Something
even
needed to happen. Come on, I'm an action guy.
What's in the little room?
Yeah, can I see what's in the little room?
Why would you go by
where
it
was he,
yourself? Nobody let me in the red curtain.
As
and you
soon
get
as
to go in
that
the
chamber
room.
opens up, a billowing green fume spills into
Yo, Squeaky, press the button
interior.
again, bro.
Touch the button again.
But we have to change it. It's still on 1.
Oh, shit. Can I see what's in this room?
I'm gonna need you to
Nothing, guys. It's my dad.
go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
You got it.
As you're now flying up in this, it just fills into the chamber.
You're in this tiny room?
Can I?
No, I'm in the main.
So we can't communicate with him, right? We can't talk to him.
No.
Tyrone,
No.
he's
But
gone.
we saw Squeaky push the button.
Correct.
Squeaky
And you
and me
saw the
is
door behind you
telepathic.
shift.
20.
You fight off the fume as it rises up and begins to disperse up into the chimney above you as you're kind of flying above. As it spills out, you watch as one of the masses of plant life on the ground begins to come to life and kind of ride there. This mass of rotting vegetation that now seems to have sentience and begins to just lumber around the floor. The chamber where it came from, you look inside and make a perception check.
I'm still invisible, right?
Currently.
11 plus. Where's my perception? 15, and as a bat, I get more perception if it's relying on hearing. But
Okay. This isn't a hearing thing. So what's the total on that?
15.
15. That's easy enough. As you look past into the chamber, with your bat ability, you can still echolocate and pick up kind of the shape in there. You see amongst what looks to be two small containers or pipe tops that release this fluid or this gas. There appears to be a corpse, a human corpse that is there, skeletal, rotted. The flesh is kind of fallen apart. Equipment kind of just left on the ground at its side and kind of sunken partway into its chest as its body's begun to decompose in space. But that large shambling creature is just slowly rotating below you. Doesn't seem to notice your presence yet.
well, that's good. So
There's a large creature in here.
How?
Yep. Oh, it's now in the center of the chamber. If you don't mind placing that in there for me.
I do mind very much.
can I tell Squeaky to smash that like button again, or?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're sitting there, we saw Squeaky do that. I feel like, you're like, oh, Squeaky.
Damn it, Squeaky.
Damn it, Squeaky. And I'd set it up again, back to 3.
Okay.
And push the blue button.
Okay. It rotates back if you want to go ahead and rotate it for me.
And then, can I ask, is Galley still there?
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh,
oh God.
There you go. Use the cog. There you go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Easy. Okay.
And then I just fucking, you know, mine.
Is Galley still? Can we still talk to him?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Two questions.
Yeah.
One, what is behind the red curtain in the other hallway? And 2, should I ask him where the soulmonger is?
Yes.
What'd you say?
Where's the soul? What is the soulmonger? Where is it?
Well, behind the curtain is one of the gods' tombs.
I said it.
The destroyer, though, specifically.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Okay, one of the gods' tombs. You were saying, sorry to interrupt you.
And the soulmonger was what the master made. It's kind of like a battery.
A battery.
And it just brings all the souls to feed something.
And it's here.
Uh-huh.
And the master is not.
Not right now.
And that tomb that you were talking about?
Yeah.
It's safe, right, for like a human like me?
Nothing here is safe.
Yeah. It was a joke, Gally. It was a joke.
It's a good joke.
Thanks.
Can I see the hamster now? Can I see the guinea pig, the gerbil?
Yeah, sure. Where are you? How do we get it to you?
Come to the dock.
Oh, yeah.
Can the door's now open now?
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
But
run
we have
over
to
there and be
go
like,
through.
hey guys, tree monster. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Gally, yeah.
Okay, so we need to take care of Tree Monster.
Yeah.
B, get into that last room and like bolt through it. We need to like run through that room.
A lot of gas.
Yeah.
But it opens into that room.
Yep.
You didn't look into that room, did you?
I saw that. Oh no, not the bigger one.
the
I
big
probably should have done that, but there was the whole tree monster thing.
Of
Yeah.
course.
I can make Gully upset by not showing him the guinea pig.
The problem with that is, Gully, like, there's a tree monster in the other room, and it just seems like, you know, dangerous, like pretty dangerous. Huh?
Let's fight the tree monster.
All right, fuck it. Let's fight the tree monster. Let's go.
I can hold my breath for an hour and get through that gassy room, no problem.
Hey, you want to go sweet talk Gully with the guinea
maybe
pig?
I can go and take the gerbil to show Gally while you guys do that. Man,
Squeaks is
this
gonna get
seems
mad
like
if
a
you keep
terrible
calling him
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Gully, you wouldn't want us to get hurt, would you?
That doesn't bother me one way or the other.
Okay.
So yes, then.
Yeah.
Or no.
No judgment here.
Is the cloud of gas is still there? Has it dissipated?
It's begun to go up through the chimney, so the room itself is not completely engulfed, but it is still perpetually kind of spewing up from that side chamber, so the north side of that right now. Although currently right now, oh no, sorry, since it spun and closed off, it is not.
Okay.
It is completely dispersed in the chamber.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
let's go smash this thing.
We're running in there. Yeah, let's
Do
go.
we want to lure him into this room and have him walk in the acid pool or the goop?
I just want to destroy him.
Okay, fine. Let's do that.
This tree to bits. And I love trees.
Mr. DM, can we go attack?
You guys can maneuver yourselves towards the entrance to that chamber, and then I'll have you all roll initiative, please.
Hey!
Fighting time.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. That's right.
30 to 25.
15.
21. Oh,
13.
fast boy.
Alrighty.
I'm last.
So sorry, that was
Oh,
25
and I
to
put
20?
I have 20.
20.
I have squeaks in my jacket.
Okay.
I put squeaks
So
in
20,
my
20 to 15?
15.
Okay. 15 to 10?
12.
13.
Alrighty.
And white zombie attacks on my turn.
Last.
Sorry, white zombie attacks on my
Yeah, we'll say yeah.
And what about Squeaky?
Squeaky will go on your turn.
Oh, yeah.
And what'd you roll?
21.
21. Oh, yeah.
Squeaks gets a turn too?
Oh, yeah, Squeaky.
And your last? Yeah. Okay.
Fucking
Squeaky's going to Valhalla, bro. He's gonna die in glorious battle.
All right. So, Tiro, you're first. Knowing what this creature is, and as you rush in, you glance down and you can see a second one of these large mounds is beginning to shift and move.
Large mound. If I
Go ahead and place another one there for me if you could.
Okay.
It seems like it's reached over and grabbed one of the other small masses and seems to have awakened it of some kind, or at least it's jostled it, and a secondary large mound of rotting foliage comes to life.
So, just presuming real quick, could I presume that I actually changed out of a bat before combat?
We can say that, sure.
Okay. Now, another thing just on looking, these seem to be bushes, normal trees, right? All right, I'm gonna conjure an army of beavers. And we're gonna go to town. We're gonna eat good tonight.
That's really good.
So yeah, this is just gonna be one action, and then around the room, I'm gonna of that room, I'm gonna conjure as many beavers as I can. Really. I mean, I don't know how many beavers that is, but I mean, I want them to kind of look like Chicago old-timey gangsters. Like they got top hats on. One of them's flipping a coin for some reason. Yeah. Really. Yeah, shady beavers.
The shadiest of beavers have been summoned into the central chamber. As they swirl around, if you want to go ahead and place these represent 4 each, as 8 shady beavers have been summoned.
8 shady beavers. So my 8 shady beavers.
Shady.
Till,
we don't know if they're shitty yet.
They're probably shitty too, frankly. So I'm just gonna assume they're on the perimeter. They say, "What's up, Doc?" Go to town, fellas.
All right, and as they all dive in towards the one, go ahead and make an attack for each cluster.
Okay. A cluster?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Beaver clusters.
Yeah, what's a beaver cluster? How many beavers?
Well, it's a +4 to hit, so go for it.
It's like a delicious, like nuggety kind of chocolate beaver.
So that's a 22 for one beaver cluster?
22?
Yeah.
That hits. Second
Yeah.
one?
This beaver's a chainsaw. And the other one is a nat 20, baby.
Tear him to shreds.
The tiny, cute little animal.
No, these are gangsters. They're not cute. Yeah.
All right, so each of these attacks will do 2d4 damage.
2d4.
So the second one you'll double.
So the clusters. So is it like 4 2d4 or is it just
2d4 the first strike, and then 2d4 doubled for the second one.
Okay, can I borrow one of your d4 real quick? May I?
And Jamila, you're up next.
Okay.
As the shady beavers swarm in and begin chomping down on the somewhat soft, terrible, kind of slawing plant matter on the edge of these vines that are moving as one.
And that's 4 and 4. Do they get any bonuses to their damage?
They do not.
That makes sense.
Double the second one.
Right?
But they do say meh, see?
Right, so did you roll a 4 and it's doubled, or is it did 2 double to 4?
It was 4, I rolled 4, and then I rolled 4 for the other group, so.
Okay, so it'd be 4 doubled for the second one because the crit.
Oh, cool. So that would be 8 then, I guess, just in total.
It all gets the same one?
Huh?
They're all fighting.
Yeah, they're all just chewing through one.
Okay. I'm going to consider it has a vulnerability to beaver.
So as they chomp in, you can see him just tearing into it. The weird, shambling mound begins to recoil, and these large, slamming, trunk-like fists begin to try and sweep out to hit the beavers. Jamila, you're up.
All right, yeah. Lady Deathbringer's coming out of her sheath. And here it goes. Two-handed greatsword at the same one that the beavers are fighting.
Alrighty.
So that guy. All right. Attack number 1. Oh my God, 2 20s.
No. What? Shut up! Oh my God!
Yep.
That's amazing.
Surprise, surprise. I wrote myself a Jamila's Hand of Tiamat in case I crit. So
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. Hold on. All right, I have a 6, which is Archon's Discretion, and I have a 3, which is my blade lights on fire, and for just this attack, I get an extra 1d6 fire damage.
Gotcha. Cool.
All right, so
Rad.
damage on the first one. Oh my God, this is incredible. Okay, damage on the first one is 10 plus 4, which is 15, plus 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Damage on the second one is 4, 8, plus 4 is 12 on the second hit. Okay, and you get to pick.
I get to give
a
extra
positive
damage
thing
to her?
that happens because Tiamat's glory.
Is that what it is? I get to get, like, can I grant extra damage, or it just...
I can, and I'll tell you how much it is if that's what you want to do.
Okay, yes, I do.
All right, then deal an additional d6 of necrotic.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And
1.
Fine.
All right,
but,
there you go.
So my eyes light up, or my amulet lights up.
Yeah.
The amulet of Tiamat lights up, and as you swing down, it's like a miniature divine smite.
Yes.
So your 5 fingers become the 5 heads of Tiamat. So your hand all of a sudden like comes to life, almost like these snakes are wrapped around your blade, and they give you an extra damage when you swing down. They all scrape.
When it happens, in my head, I hear a voice go,
Alrighty. Withdrawing your blade from the second strike, you watch as the creature now is partially hacked towards the center. Its torso kind of open, showing a gaping center of just massive roots and what looks to be some sort of black, brackish liquid that is spurting out from the wound. That ends your turn, Jamila. Hitch, you're up.
Yeah, awesome. What the fuck am I gonna do against some tree monsters? I got nothing here. Okay, I'm on the ceiling. I want to pour
Sneak attack.
a flask. It's a sneak attack, yeah. But I also want to pour a flask of oil on him and then light him on fire with tinder.
So you come up on top.
Yeah.
Are you going to sneak attack, or are you going to light it or use
Where am I?
a vial of oil? It's up to you.
Oh, I'm right over there. I'm still talking to Gally. Do I still have Gally in my head?
I don't know. Have you talked to Gabby in a second?
I mean, we were like chatting. We were really getting close. I've got the Squeaks. Will you be mad if I take Squeaks and go meet Gally personally?
I mean, that's a conversation from you and Squeaky, really.
Do you mind if I talk to Squeaky?
I mean,
I
go
look
for
at
it.
Squeaks and I go, hey man, you want to meet like a really strange guy I just met, and guy, gal, kid, creature? Cool, let's do it. I'm gonna pull an audible and I'm gonna go meet Gully.
All right.
So you just. So you're running and then taking a dash action?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they got this handled.
Okay.
I go, I'll be back. I got a feeling.
As he does, I yell, "Don't pull that curtain."
You're not my dad.
So as you dart along, you get with your double movement, you can get all the way to the secret wall that had opened previously.
Okay.
And that's going to be your turn there.
Great.
All right. Ending Hitch's turn. That brings us to you, Clarapin.
Oh boy. All right. Clarapin walks in, yeah, and she's gonna take one look at this first one that all the beavers are on, and
Oh, and now we can still stay in contact because I got Squeaks with me.
she's gonna say, "Oh, this isn't a tree. What are you talking about? This is like a pile of moss." And cast a vicious mockery.
All right.
Rip.
rip in
I've
peace.
seen pond scum scarier than this.
Is that a wisdom save?
Wisdom save.
Nope. That's going to be an 8.
Takes 4 psychic damage and, right? Let me, or do I do, yeah. 4 psychic damage and the next person, or they have disadvantage. The
On the
tree
next
has
attack
disadvantage on its next attack.
Nice. Good to know. Alrighty. So you watch as, strangely, this amorphous, non-humanoid entity, somewhere in its leaves and masses of plant-like matter, you see a, what?
It's 5 points of damage. Sorry,
5
it's
points
2d4 at my level.
Alrighty. And it's currently at disadvantage next strike. All right, that ends Therapin's turn. Let's go ahead and let's see. Nobody challenge. Archon.
Okay. Let's go Rob Zombie on this thing. So he gets 2 attacks. I'll just roll twice.
Yep.
Okay.
White zombie.
And it is a white. So it's white zombie.
Yeah.
But
It all comes
W-I-G-H-T.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
It was her idea.
Pretty cool.
All right.
I mean, you know.
Is that a cock?
That's a cock. Yeah, roll again. It's cocked again. You got it.
Oh, great. So that's going to be like a 25 and a 24.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
See you.
Okay. He's got longsword. 1d8. Great. 4 plus 2. That's. Oh no, actually, sorry. I'll use his 2-hander. Yeah. Sorry, I have a dice issue here.
That's okay.
That was 3 on the first, and then 7 on the second.
Both miss.
Well, no, that was damage.
Oh, this is for the white.
Those for.
Oh, I thought you were rolling for you.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I was rolling for.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So yeah, both hit, but small hits.
Small hits. Okay, great.
But not bad for a new ally.
For a minion. All right. Now Archon. I'm going to move into position. How far away are these 2 things?
They are about 10 feet across from each other.
They are. Okay, great. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. Let's go. That's 11 on the first one.
All right.
Damage. And second, that's going to be a 22 to hit.
Nice hits.
And that's going to be an 18 to damage.
Nice. As you're hacking away at it, you can see now it's starting to break away. It's looking fairly hurt at this point.
Right. Now for my bonus action, because they're 10 feet closer to each other, I'm going to breathe a 15-foot cone of flame into both of them. Dex saves.
No. What's the DC?
DC is 13.
13. One of them makes it.
One of them makes it. Okay.
With a -1.
And I'm going to roll 3d6. And it's going to be 6, 7 for one and half for the other. So what's that, 3?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
And the flames out outward. And for being plant life creatures, the matted, wet presence of their form seems to burn, but not as much as you would hope from the gout of flame from your mouth.
Okay.
All right, that ends your turn?
That is all.
Well, angrily, the one that you just hacked into twice in its damaged form, 2 of its giant plant-like pseudopods come slamming outward right into you, Archon.
Okay.
That's going to be a 23 to hit.
With disadvantage.
That barely hits, yeah.
With disadvantage.
Oh, with
which brings it down to a 12, which does miss.
That misses. Sweet, yeah.
Second hit is a critical, though.
Balls.
I got my 20 finally.
It's a plant. How bad could it be?
Well, we'll see. That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa!
So it slams into you. It tries to grab at you, but you can see because you managed to knock away one of the hands with your shield, it can't seem to get a grasp. It's
Can I
trying
do
to pull you
cutting
towards
words
its body.
to make that less?
If you want to use your reaction for it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna, on that second one, I'm gonna use cutting words and be like, no, seriously, you should see the shits that I've taken since I've been down here. They look way worse than this guy. I don't know, why are we so scared?
Okay, go ahead and roll a d8.
3.
So you take 3 less damage.
Okay, so what is that? That's 17?
Yeah.
Did you say? All right.
All right, that ends its turn. The other one is going to go ahead and mosey up to you, Clarapin. Now seemingly offended for its friend, and it just kind of lumbers up.
Oh, you're bigger when you get closer.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
Hits.
And a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Okay. That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Roll a 1 and a 2. Stupid. It just kind of, it hits you with 1, but it glides off the side of your shell. Kind of just knocks you to the second. It's nothing. That ends its turn. That brings us to you, Calliope.
How big can I cast Dimension Door? What size is it? I mean,
These are larger than you, so you would not be able to Dimension Door one of them, unfortunately.
That was a thought. That would have been awesome.
That would have been fun.
Cast it under, it falls through. Anyway.
That would have been sick.
Charm Monster on this? Yeah.
What have you got here?
Charm Monster.
Okay. So let's go ahead and make a DC save here.
What am I rolling now?
This is rolling against you. So what is this? Let's see what ability this is.
It's 4th level.
4th level.
Bards are great.
Bards are great.
Bards are awesome.
Right. So wisdom modifier. That is a 5 plus nothing. So no, that is a failure on it. I'm trying to remember what.
The turtles?
Oh, these guys. Do you have the any information?
No, I don't have
Okay.
my book. Yeah.
Un momento, por favor.
I'm going in that curtain.
You guys are familiar with this aspect of it.
Squeak's gonna come with me.
Hey, man.
Can you tell Squeaks to just do whatever I tell him to?
Not even sure what it does.
Squeaky's got a couple things.
Alrighty.
My book here.
He's got what?
Alrighty. So, this casting point lasts for an hour, based on this here. So the creature is charmed by you. So you can't control it per se, but it doesn't seem to. It regards you as an ally for the time being. So
that's not exactly what I wanted.
As you reach out and cast it affect its mind, you can see the hulking. Do you cast it on the one that's damaged or the one that's not?
The one that's not damaged.
Okay. The one that just was slamming into Clarapin turns around and looks at you with whatever you imagine a face might be beneath all the leaves, and it kind of its arms go down.
Can I tell it to kill its friend?
If you want to try, go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
You should kill your friend.
As the large lumbering beast kind of looks over towards its friend, to you, its friend.
Seriously.
And turns to rotate and face that one. All right.
Well done.
Nice.
That ends your turn, Clavby. Brings the top tier. You're up.
But yeah.
Very well. Okay. First, I want to postpone Squeaky's action. Possible?
Okay.
Okay. So we got things planned. Number 2, I want
So
to.
here's an interesting point. Because what did you use to bring Squeaky in earlier?
I used Conjure Animals.
Right, which is a concentration spell.
So Squeaky now looks mysteriously like a beaver, I'm guessing?
Squeaky doesn't exist at the moment. So Hitch, as you're running,
Squeaky
suddenly
survived. Don't awe, okay? You guys should be happy about this.
your grasp is guinea pigless.
So,
Come on back and hit somebody.
sorry, Buster.
Gully's gonna be upset.
Why don't we just tell her the beaver is the guinea pig? I don't think she knows what a guinea pig is.
I will
She's not gonna know.
try to communicate that, but I will be honest, the beavers are rather mean. I have
way more meat on them, though.
Yeah.
I don't have a great relationship with them, and every time they demand money. So,
Okay. All right, well, I'm.
on that note,
Yeah, what's your turn?
I think it's beaver time.
Yeah.
And
I mean, can the beavers see how this thing's looking? Are they?
It's looking pretty wounded, and you can see the ravenous woodlust in their eyes.
Ravenous woodlust. Okay. Well, I mean, they're just gonna keep gnawing into it.
Do
One of
attack,
them says,
please.
"I sleep with the fishes," and this fat one waddles up and he's smoking a twig that's lit on fire at the end. And he tears in. So, oh, whoops! You roll for 2.
Alrighty.
Cock. Oh, 18 on one.
That hits.
Critical failure on the other group.
All right, so go ahead and roll the damage for the first one. 2 points of beaver damage. Still more than that, since it's susceptible to beaver.
Okay.
You watch as one mass ends up jumping on and tearing into one side. The other one leaps into one of the wounded areas, and it just kind of covers over the beavers. You don't see them anymore. They seem to have been engulfed, consumed by this entity.
Yeah, see.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
So I still have an action and everything. How many? Can I sense that there are insects in this room?
We can't really sense any insects at the moment, or insect.
Okay.
We don't have insect sense.
Darn, thought that just came with the job description. It says I have speech of beast and leaf.
Yeah.
Can I talk to this thing?
You can try.
Drink. You know what? I think we're past that point. I'm just gonna fuck it up. So actually, from the darkness of the hallway past, they don't see this, but you hear. And then a flipper slaps on the wall. Drags this huge, toothy grin through the hallway. And on the other side is the biggest beaver you've ever seen, with a paddle like an iron door. And I just charge into battle. And I'm all right.
So as you rush and go and move your guy Tyrell into the space. One of them.
And so you can hear all the beavers say, "The boss is here." And, I just go to town. I mean, I'm hungry for some of that tree monster. What do I do? I mean, I got incisors like 2 giant scissors. I'm cleaving through these things.
Go ahead and roll an attack, buddy.
I mean, like probably like 7 die or something, right?
See if you hit first. So it'll be
That's
a
a
plus 5 to hit. So
That's a 19 plus 5, so I think we're looking pretty good.
all right. So go ahead and roll a D10 plus 2.
All right. Nope, that's... Where's my D10? Yes. That is an 8.
Alrighty. So 10. That is with the vulnerability. How do you want to do this?
So, you hear this infernal clicking, and all of a sudden my voice booms out. "Get away from my boys!" And just a steel trap. Clicking inside. And then, boom! And it echoes. Actually, a wind wave hits me again. And just splinters fly through the walls, sticking into the stone, and then I'm picking my teeth with them.
You can remove that from the table for me.
Say what?
Remove the wounded mound, which is now also frees up your beaver friends who are engulfed by it.
Both of them, or just one?
Just one of them. Yeah, that or the yeah, that one there.
This one.
Yep.
And that's my action.
All right, that'll do. All right, Jamila, it's your turn. There is one of the lumbering beasts that now turned towards its friend and is now kind of standing, staring off into nothing.
Yeah. towards it, but as I do, I'm gonna one of those like high to lows.
Oh yeah, the Top Gun.
Wait. With my tail though, right?
Yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah, that wrist's already a little sore, so
Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna take 2 swings into the other.
go for it.
I have that's a 22 and a 23.
Both hit. Go ahead and roll damage. This does break the charm, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Number 1 gets 11 plus 4, 15. Number 2 gets 11 plus 4, 15. 30 points of damage.
30 points damage.
Holy shit! Yeah, and as I do it, I stop and do like one of those.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Slamming into your armor in the front, the banging sound kind of echoing. Oh no, sorry. We have like leather pieces. There you go. Slamming into the jewelry. As each like meaty thunk against the muscle echoes, kind of following the chomping of the giant beaver. This room has become a weird rhythmic drum beat of victory. All right, ending your turn, Hitch. You're now guinea pigless.
You know, you're awfully close to that, Kurt. I'm just gonna throw that out.
I'm gonna go towards that curtain.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
So, you can go ahead and pull off that last bit there.
Oh, it's right there.
Dead. All right,
Nobody's
as you
dead.
glance inside the curtain, you see what appears to be a coffin of some kind that is just left on the ground, partially ajar. The top of it appears to have been smashed and disturbed previously. On the inside, you look in to see what appears to be some sort of a terracotta warrior type structure that has also been cracked and broken on the inside. And make a perception check.
A what now?
A perception check, please.
Come on, guys, send me the juju. Give me some good shit. What is it? 13 plus 8.
That'll
21.
do.
21.
You look inside what looks to be a skeleton of some kind that is clutching a mandolin to its chest.
A mandolin?
A mandolin. A very pristine, beautifully kept mandolin.
I think of Calliope and smile. Can I...
I like mandolins. I smile.
Can I take it?
Yeah, you may. So you rush up and you grab the mandolin. As you do, you pick it up out of your hands and you feel something from the mandolin, something cold that begins to force its way in. Do you want to resist it?
Do I want to resist it?
Yes.
The destroyer, bro.
Can I, fuck, do I want to die this early in the day? Like, we haven't even had lunch yet, we haven't taken a break. I really like playing this game.
As you're considering this, you watch as 6 shadowy serpents slither out of the mandolin and coil around your arm and body. These somewhat ethereal serpents just swirling around you. You hear a soft purring voice in your mind that says, "I am not your enemy."
Can you please stop sounding so creepy then?
Do you resist?
Huh?
Do you resist?
No. Let's see what happens.
The serpents slip into your body through your mouth, through your eyes. And this cold sensation takes over the entirety of your form. And as it dissipates, you feel this kind of, almost like a secondary heartbeat inside you, this cold rhythm that kind of gyrates against yours. And the voice goes,
"Together we will do great things in this place."
Oh.
You are currently inhabited by the spirit of Shamgambi. Shagambi.
Shagami.
I don't know whose mic that is. Is it mine?
I'll just give this to you.
Shagambi.
What does it do?
Well, you gain the following flaw, which overrides any opposing flaw.
Don't tell anyone that, but you hold on to that. But you can say what you do at the end.
I can say my power.
You can say the bottom part.
While inhabited, you can make one extra attack when taking the attack action on your turn. Dope.
Whoa!
With my tiny daggers, I shall poke you one more time. Cool. Sweet. So now I'll just be like, sounds good. Shigambi. I knew there was something dope behind this curtain.
But be warned. You look around and see in the opposite end, suddenly a wall falls from the opposite side of the tunnel. And you watch as a giant, Goliath-sized jade stone structure is revealed on the opposite end.
That
Is that a tank?
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and roll initiative on that buddy right now.
You? By myself.
As the slight slant of the hallway, you watch it jostle and begin to
Hey, fuck no, I'm
roll
out of
down
here.
towards
I
you
can't
at
run.
massive speed.
Huh?
Mr. DM, let me run away.
You used your movement to go in there and your action to take the mandolin, so.
So I'm rolling initiative on this giant tank by my
Well,
damn
you're
self?
still in the initiative order, but I rolled initiative for it to see where it would go. So, that's gonna end that bit.
To be
Clarapin,
continued.
your turn.
Oh God, it's back to me.
Yep.
There's still a thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna pull out. Oh, this is a terrible idea. I'm gonna pull out my short sword. I'm gonna be like, it's been some time. Yeah!
Go ahead and make
Try
an
and
attack.
attack it. 17.
17 hits.
Ooh. Oh, that sucks. 1d8. 1 plus 3. 4. Wait, that's a 1? That is
Yeah.
1. 4 damage.
4 damage. It has been a while, Clarapin. It kind of sticks in there and you have to kind of push off with your foot to get it out of the creature.
A little rusty.
That's all right. End your turn?
Yeah,
Archon,
yeah,
you're
I
up.
guess so.
Okay. White zombie goes for the other plant creature.
Yeah.
2 attacks. I just rolled simultaneously for him. It's going to be, it's an 11 and a 12.
11 and a 12 to hit?
Yeah, he rolled an 11 and rolled a 12.
Yeah, both miss, unfortunately.
Both miss. Okay.
Strikes off the outside of it. It doesn't seem to cleave any of the actual form off its body.
Okay. Step aside, Butch. That's 25 for Archon.
That hits.
Great. Let's go with this fiery die. That's going to be 13 to damage on the first one.
Alrighty, nice.
Okay. Second swing of Bone Cleaver. And that's going to be a 13. That was a terrible roll.
13 misses. As you swing with the second strike of Bone Cleaver, it just goes wide. The creature kind of sidesteps with a brief burst of agility you weren't expecting. That ends your turn. That brings us to the creature. It's going to take both of its arms and swing back at you, Archon, attempting to engulf you. That's going to be okay. 25 to hit, and a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
So
25 to hit. Can I cutting words that first one?
the first one to hit, if you think so, sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll a
I'm
d8.
gonna see.
What do you say to the large shambling creature?
You're not as handsome as Archon.
Go ahead and roll a d8.
Come on.
He has a high charisma.
Your AC is you rolled a 25, so
Yeah.
4 higher.
Good.
Come on, 4.
Yes!
It's a 5.
And it swings with its large, moss-covered, floral pseudopod. Its mound of a face kind of over to you, like, come on. And as you do, you just knock it out of the way with your axe. That's going to end their turn. You're up.
Anything happen on that one?
The one we'd say, unless you want me to punish all of you for the ones you're rolling, that it didn't even get to the second attack. It was so demoralized by the comparison.
Fine, we'll take it. All right.
Can I cast sleep on it?
Possibly, if you want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Alrighty. So, believe at what level are you casting it?
It's just the first level. But
All right, so go ahead and roll 5d8. I believe.
Everybody got some 8s?
You're asking a paladin? Yeah, how many do you need?
I need 5.
2. Actually, you know what? There you go, just 5.
Oh. Do the math on that?
That is 15. All right, so you go ahead and cast the sleep spell. The creature itself, you see it begin to slow for a second, but it resists the effect of the spell. Unfortunately, it's still hardy enough where the sleep isn't able to penetrate towards it and put it at bay. At the end of your turn?
Well, what
you can inspire if you want to, but if you want to save it, we can move on. Up to you.
Yeah, who's next?
Next up would be Tyrell.
I will inspire. I'll give Tyrell some bardic inspiration.
All right. So
fucking do it. Do something.
Take your D8, Giant Beaver.
Okay.
And it's your go.
I'm gonna say, boys, you know the drill. And then I'm gonna tuck into a ball. The big beaver tucks into a ball.
Yeah.
And the boys snap. And I want them all to assist me. And they're gonna start pushing me, and like a fucking boulder, I'm gonna go beelining towards this thing. And then I wanna slap it with my tail as I roll up. Whack!
Okay. All right. I'll say for the purposes of this, go ahead and make your beaver attack with advantage because your beaver helpers are helping you.
Oh, do I roll an 8 to inspire him, or no?
He rolls it.
Oh, he rolls it.
If he needs to.
19.
There we go.
Plus 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
So that'll hit. Go ahead and roll 2d8.
2d8, maybe?
Plus 2.
Can I borrow one of your d8 real quick? Thank you, miss. Seven, 6, we're looking at 13. Plus what? Did you say plus anything? Or?
That was plus 2.
15.
So 15. Double that for its beaver vulnerability. As the tail comes down, whack! You hear a bunch of internal branches and structures snap and crush underneath, and this low garbling, as it seems to be hurting pretty bad at this point.
That's my move.
That's your move, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I could do much of anything cooler
However,
than that, so.
it is somebody else's turn now.
Oh,
no. Uncanny dodge!
Live.
So
Live.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45, 50.
Oh my goodness.
And
get the hell out of Dodge.
But then it's just like, what's up? How are you? How was your day?
It is rocketing towards you right now. Right at the cusp. All right, that brings us to Jamila.
Okay. Yeah, a double greatsword on the remaining guy.
Go for it.
But as I do, I go, make like a tree and or get out of here, as Biff would say. All right.
You like how you correct yourself in the middle of your attack.
All right, that's 18 plus 7, I'm sure that hits. And then a 13.
13 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay, so first one hits, and that is a 7 plus 4, 11 damage on that one.
11 points of damage. All right. That ends your go. Jamila, Hitch. It is barreling towards you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go away. I'm definitely not gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna run through,
Okay. As it's barreling towards you and you're trying to rush past it, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw just as it's about to clip you as you dart to the right.
Can I enact evasion?
If you succeed, sure.
Oh man. Oh, this is everything.
Fucking 3.
Wait.
3 plus what? Give me a plus on something.
There's gotta be something.
There's
Sorry.
gotta be a saving.
Dex.
Uncanny dodge?
Whatever your bonus is to save to dexterity saving throw.
7.
7, okay.
10.
So,
still, everyone's like, that's still not
enough. As you go rushing past, it clips you, and you go spinning. You suffer 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you are knocked prone.
I'm prone?
So it slams into you and you fall onto your back. However, you still have, so that's 20.
Thanks, Deborah. Thank you for your help.
That's 20 of your movement speed and you're knocked prone. To get out of prone is half your movement speed. What's your movement?
What's my movement?
Yeah, your movement on your sheet is at 30 feet?
Yes.
It would take you 5 feet to get back up and 5 feet to just barely sidestep into the hallway and get out of the way. I recommend you do that.
Yes. Yes, good idea, great idea.
All right, so as it slams into you and you kind of dart off the side and fall to the ground, you watch as it impacts and it drives past you and kind of like bundles over and kind of begins to smash onto your side as it pulls back and rears for a second strike. You see it begin to speed up once more towards you and you just roll over into the hallway as it careens past and slams into the other side of the hallway with a heavy You guys all hear this, by the way, shake the entirety of this chamber.
Right, and then I go, all good. Cool.
Alrighty.
That's me. I'm alive.
That's you.
We did it.
Alrighty, Clarapin.
Oh man, it's so fast. Okay, the tree is still up.
Yep.
The tree is still up. Who's after me? Archon?
Archon's after you.
I'm gonna go ahead and give a bardic inspiration to him.
Yes.
Oh, Archon, you're not Amos, but you're super handsome like Amos. Husband number 4. And then I will use my action. That was my bonus action. Oh God, what do I want to do?
Take a D8.
Okay. And I can use it to strike.
Another strike. Your saving throws and an ability check.
I am going to, screw it. I'm just gonna try and attack with my sword again.
Go for it. That's cocked.
17.
That'll hit. Go roll damage.
Okay. So I'll roll a 1 again. A 3. Oh yeah, so 6 damage.
6 points of damage as you go hacking into it. Finishing up your turn, Archon, you're up.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna go Archon first this time. And that's gonna be a 17 hit.
17 will hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay. 15 points of damage.
Alrighty.
Okay. And now, can I go Archon, Zombie, Archon?
Sure.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna do that. We'll go Zombie. Okay, that's bad. That's that's an 18 and an 8.
18 and an 8. All right.
18 would hit, right?
18 would
hit.
Yes, 18
right?
would hit.
Okay, great. Plus 2, that's 10 points.
10 points.
From Zombie.
Alrighty.
Now Archon again.
Archon again.
Okay. That was a cock. I mean, I was trying. Well,
And
is
again.
that a cock again? Yeah.
But you don't put your dice in your dice tray with all the rest of it.
I know. That's going to be a 22.
22 hits.
Great. 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. How do you want to do this?
Okay, we're all in proximity, all of us together fighting against this thing. As I go, I swing, then the zombie comes up and swings, and as he does, I move over close to Jamila, and I kind of like a tennis pro, stand behind her, like holding her hand against my axe. And like kind of like lean over her shoulder. Breathing. And we both swing down and cut this thing in half.
And then Jamila turns Lemon
Archon and says, "That was a sticky situation."
As you guys share this still awkward moment amongst your allies.
Terrell, could you take everyone in the next room for about 10 minutes?
Yeah, all the beavers are like, boy, boss, these guys sure are weird.
As the second mound slowly sinks and disperses into the rest of the foliage, you hear the scratching sound as Hitch slowly claws his way into the chamber.
Hitch, did you meet Gully? How'd it go with the guinea pig?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I need, I got pretty cool, got possessed by a guy named Gambi. I need some healing if anyone has any. I'm messed up.
Okay.
It's probably best Cure Wounds on that one, yeah.
Okay. So what level do you want to cast Cure Wounds? What level do you want to cast it as?
What's my choice?
Yeah, first, second, third, or you've used your 4th level spell, so you don't have that.
Oh, so third. Cast
Okay.
is third level.
Yeah, go for it. So you go ahead and roll 3d8 plus 4.
3d8 plus 4. Where'd those 8s go?
You want to take them?
Yeah, can I get 2?
Just leave them in the middle there.
All right. Oh, wow. 14, 16, and then
20. 20. So you heal 20 points?
Yes, thank you.
As Calliope approaches and mends to your wounds, and you all take a moment to breathe, realizing some of the hidden dangers that seem to be emerging as you progress further into this. We're going to go ahead and take a short break.
Can I give
some break?
Yeah. I wanted to give
Returning in a
Calliope
moment,
my
guys. We'll
mandolin.
see you here shortly.
Just a second. Intermission.
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 Get some beer.
It's an intermission.